Bam. We are good. I need to move this. I'll lower it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We are good on Tube. I actually think I should move the chat down. Yeah, I think that works better. If I have the chat down there, you should be able to read it still. Drop the skincare routine. Coconut oil or cocoa, or not cocoa. Yes, cocoa butter. Coconut oil and cocoa butter. I'm not going to sit here and act like I drink enough water. I don't. It's a bad habit, especially when I'm live. It's horrible. I need to drink more water. My skin would be clearer. Don't wash your face with your same wash rag you use for your ass. Don't do that. Get a facial cleanser. I have one of those. It's the thing with the little prickles is not the right word for it. The little like things on it. It's a face washer and it vibrates and you use it to go over your face. I have one of those that I use. Not often, but I have one. A couple different things that I do. I'm not gonna lie. I don't expect. I don't do a lot of crazy stuff. I guess it's just genetics. Exfoliating. Thank you, exfoliator. It's just genetics. Some people got it. Some people don't. I was given great skin. Actually, my skin is dry. I have pretty good skin, like in terms of visuals, but it's dry. My skin is dry as hell. I have very dry skin. I have to do a lot to keep it moisturized. It's annoying.
Same. I have combo skin, so my forehead gets really oily, but like everything else is like dry. And
Yeah.
so that's why I have to use like, but I can use oil like from the eyes down, but oil above would make my forehead break out really bad. And so it sucks. But and my mom, like she has like skin where I don't know, she has not a blemish in sight. And people think she's my sister. And when I tell you her face is so smooth and she does nothing, Hector.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. You know what my mom uses on her face?
What?
Abilene. Have you ever heard of Abilene? Abilene is similar to Vaseline, but it's not the same. It's something that like they use in theater to take off of the stage makeup. And I kid you not, my mom literally just like slathers that on her face and then she like wipes it off and she rinses and then boom.
How do you spell that?
I don't know. It's Abilene. Google will fix it for you.
I was about to say because I lived in Abilene, Texas, but this is
It's
spelled
not spelled
differently.
that way
I
though.
figured. Oh, alboline.
There you go.
Okay. Interesting. Just a moisturizing cleanser.
That's
That's
all she
it?
uses. That's all she uses. I kid you not.
Huh. Some people got it like that. Some people got it like that, man. It's nice. It's nice. Anti cases. Anti cases. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen 737-295-5321. If you are a Trump supporter who regrets their vote, this live is a safe space for you to come up here and express why with minimal judgment. And we know there's several reasons. I just want to know what yours is. And if you are a Trump supporter who does not regret their vote, you think they're doing a fantastic job, then that's no problem. You can call in the number on screen. I can give you several reasons as to why you should or request up. We're going to go over this 14-point peace plan that Iran proposed yesterday. Let me get that up on the screen for you guys. Did you see that, or Erica?
No, I'll look it up.
We about to read it together. Is anything going to happen? No. We've seen this back and forth time and time again. So we should not expect much from it. Thank you, Jane, for real. Thank you so much for the level ups. Appreciate you. But one could only hope, right? And by hope, I mean wait for its failure. Let me get that here. Bam. Here's what the 14 points are. Because we had that guy come up yesterday and he's saying, hey, they just want the U.S. to acknowledge their control of the strait. And it's like, acknowledgement is irrelevant. They control the strait. It's Trump's fault. Let's keep it a buck. But Iran has submitted a 14-point response to the U.S. proposal to end the conflict that began with the U.S. and Israeli attacks on February 28th. Key points of the plan, I'm paraphrasing by skipping a lot of this. Key points of the plan include a demand to resolve all issues and end the war within 30 days. That's not happening. Instead of observing a 2-month ceasefire as the U.S. had proposed. I don't know why we just keep trying to do ceasefire after ceasefire, but okay, sure. I kind of appreciate Iran's, I guess, aggression when it comes to actually ending this, putting a complete stop to it, because 2 months is a billion a day. Do the math. Other demands listed by the Iranian outlets include guarantees against future military aggression, the withdrawal of U.S. forces from Iran's periphery, an end to the naval blockade, and the release of frozen Iranian assets, payment of reparations, the lifting of sanctions, an end to fighting in Lebanon, and a new mechanism governing the Strait of Hormuz. So this is the part that I'm curious about, because the new mechanism, as proposed by a Trump supporter yesterday, which means I don't really much believe it, is that their proposal was that they control it. That's what he was saying. They control it. They become the new 20% superpower of the world's oil. And that part I was not the most read up on. So I'm curious to see what that specific mechanism for governing the Strait of Hormuz would be. NPR has not independently verified the contents of this proposal. An Iranian official said Friday that the document had been handed to Pakistan but did not disclose its terms. President Trump on Saturday said he is reviewing the new proposal, according to the Associated Press. The U.S. previously presented Iran with a 15-point framework demanding, among other things, the complete reopening of the Strait of Hormuz and an end to Iran's nuclear program. He was unimpressed with Iran's proposal thus far, and that was on Friday. They want to make a deal. I'm not satisfied with it, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So I want to see what is available, if anyone else was able to verify some of the requests that they were made. Because I agree with most of this. Depending on what the terms are. Guarantees against future military aggression, that can be done. That would mostly be them conceding to nuclear uranium enrichment. That could be done. The withdrawal of U.S. forces from Iran's periphery, that one's going to be a tall order, because I feel like even if the U.S. thinks about it, Israel's going to say no, and then we're going to back them. An end to the naval blockade, we can probably get that. The release of frozen Iranian assets. Trump doesn't like giving them money. Trump really doesn't like giving them money. So, payment of reparations, same shit. Lifting of sanctions, same shit. An end to the fighting in Lebanon, that's up to Israel. And the new mechanism governing the Strait of Hormuz. That part is what I'm mostly curious about. Because that's the big thing that I could even disagree with. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I'm not putting much faith in this administration actually negotiating this from a fair position.
Yeah. Did you know about do you know why he's pulling the troops from Germany?
I heard about that, but no.
Bro, it was because Chancellor Merz has said that the United States was being humiliated by Iran, and basically he criticized like our Department of Defense's lack of strategy in the war. Basically, he pretty much said what we've been saying this whole time, and that's when Trump is like, we're gonna pull our troops. He's all about retribution.
What was his bullshit cited reason?
Like, good grief. What in the world?
Clearly.
And the decision follows this is a Pentagon spokesperson said, the decision follows a thorough review of the department's force posture in Europe and is in recognition of theater requirements and conditions on the ground. Bull crap.
Yeah, that doesn't track. That doesn't track in the slightest. This man is sad.
This is wild.
Oh. Are we surprised? Remember when Trump put tariffs on Canada because of an ad they put out? Remember that? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when he passed executive orders against legal institutions that's been working hand in hand with the federal government for years, solely because they defended Dominion voting? I will never forget that one. That man said, sue them, cut off all their contracts with the government because I lost an election and they proved it. Thankfully, that executive order was held up. One of the lower courts were able to block it. But then not long after that, that's when we saw the Supreme Court rule on the decision to limit the lower court's ability to block some of those orders. And now here we are. I wouldn't underestimate Trump. Yeah, the only way. What do you mean underestimate Trump? I think Trump underestimates himself. I don't think we have to underestimate anything. I think he does all the damage to himself. I'm curious as to what that position is. Trump supporters request. Trump's the best president ever. Sure. Trump supporters request up in the box. You at the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen 737-295-5321. Please don't tell me that we're at a position in 2026, so early, by the way, very early into 2026, where the majority of Trump supporters are bots. Please don't tell me that the majority of Trump supporters are going to be bots or the maybe 300 people that show up to his rally. I really hope we're not at that point yet. You guys have to at least wait till midterms to really decide. Monkey, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did all 3 times.
All 3 times. I have a question for you.
Yes.
Is that some extra melanin I hear in your voice?
And what?
Is that some extra melanin I may hear in your voice?
No,
The hell are you talking about?
that's a white man.
Are you a white man?
Yes, I'm a white man.
Got you. That's what is melanin. It just mean you would have extra, right? Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. Anyway, do you regret your vote?
No.
And why is that?
Why do you think I said Trump was the best president we ever had other than Reagan?
I have no idea why you said it, hence why I'm asking you.
Because I like him. He done what he said he's going to do. He ain't like these other lying politicians
Yeah.
like Joe Biden and Obama
So
and Bush.
he lowered your grocery prices on day one?
Yeah.
Really? Because I remember the prices staying the exact same on day one. I
Yeah,
remember
well,
them going up on a couple of days afterwards. I know they're higher now, specifically after
No,
he
not
implemented his
eggs.
tariffs.
not
Yes,
eggs.
Eggs. He didn't lower the price of eggs.
Yes, he did.
How did he do that?
Well, Joe Biden actually, they had a bird outbreak or chicken outbreak disease,
Bird flu?
and so it increased the price of eggs. But that was up to Joe Biden.
Got you. Joe Biden released a bird flu outbreak with the chickens to jack up your egg prices?
I didn't say that. I just said
When
there
you
was
said
an
Joe Biden,
outbreak.
you said because of
I
Joe
didn't say
Biden.
that. No, sir.
You didn't say because of Joe Biden?
Yeah, well, it was in his terms what I did say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I got neighbors across the street started supplying me with eggs. How about that?
Glad you got a deal. Again, what did any of that have to do with Joe Biden raising those prices and Donald Trump bringing them down?
I was just making a statement about that, but
I know you're making a statement. But
Joe
it's a statement
Biden.
that you believe.
Why would the Democrats say that Joe Biden was quick and he was he had dementia?
We can get to that point and how that's wrong.
Okay.
You said that Donald Trump lowered the prices of your eggs on day one. You said day one was one of or early days was one of the days that the groceries price of eggs specifically went down. And then you followed up with, because of the bird flu outbreak under Biden, the egg prices went up. So how did Donald Trump tackle the bird flu?
Well, they actually got rid of the bird flu, and the chickens come back and started producing eggs again. So the price came down actually. But Donald Trump
aware of
did
that.
not bring the eggs down. No, I
So
was just being smart, but.
okay, so he didn't lower your grocery prices.
No, well, look, it's got a lot to do with fuel cost and how much inflation that Joe Biden let all the illegals in, and they were getting all this free stuff,
Yeah,
and that's what drove up inflation price.
documented migrants getting free stuff which they weren't, and then inflation.
Yeah,
and
when
then
you
fuel
bring-
prices, they're all
when you-
different things.
When
that
when
make
you
a
have
difference.
when you have an influx of that many illegal come into this country and they're getting everything free, motels, food, lights, then yeah, you're going to have inflation.
Yeah, that's not how that works. So, what free stuff did they get? You said motels. Are you referencing the asylum seekers?
Yeah. Well, I call them illegals.
Asylum seeking is a legal process.
No,
in the
they're
United
not
States.
illegal. They are illegal. They come across this country illegally. They
no.
didn't go to the port of entry.
You don't have to go through a port of entry.
No, yes, you do.
Your job
You're
is to
supposed
step foot on American soil. That is the first step to claiming asylum in the United States.
No.
Through
Look, when
or
you,
not through a port
if
of
you're
entry.
not a natural citizen of this country, you need to at least come in and apply for a visa.
The visa is one of the legal ways that you can claim asylum. I mean, the
Look,
visa is one of the legal ways you can come to the United States.
breaking in countries, look, they call that invasion.
Can you read what's on the screen here?
No, I can't read it.
Or do you need me? I can do it for you. So I just pulled up 8 USC 1158, and this is asylum. I'm going to go ahead and read Section A. Any alien who is physically present in the United States or who arrives in the United States, whether or not, parentheses, whether or not at a designated port of arrival, and including an alien who is brought to the United States after having been interdicted in international or United States waters, and parentheses, irrespective of such alien status, may apply for asylum in accordance with this section or, where applicable, Section 1225B of this title. That is U.S. law. You have to be present in the United States, and it doesn't matter if you go through a port of entry or not. You claim asylum, you have 365 days to do so.
Why did Obama deport so many? He was called the chief of deportation. And
Obama being called the deporter-in-chief doesn't mean that he deported legal asylum seekers. That is a legal process. So fast forward to those motels that you were talking about. Many of them in no way, shape, or form five-storm or straight up abandoned, such as the Row in New York City or Grand, I forgot the name of the other one. That was an abandoned hotel that they just used for housing for homeless people of undocumented or legal alike. That is what was used.
Not only illegal, not only abandoned motel, they had upscale motels and they were paying way over.
The Row in New York City was one of the hotels that got federal funding for asylum seekers to house undocumented migrants. They were using the floors that were in no way, shape, or form for, I don't know, movie stars and whatnot to stay in there. And these asylum seekers, which, let's be clear again, it was a legally authorized process. These are legally authorized immigrants to be here. We're not ordering room service and running up phone bills on the taxpayers' dime. That's not how that works.
Look, smoking dope, and they wouldn't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they were
smoking. That's not. No. That's not how that works. Can you tell me where you saw an undocumented migrant doing the dough? And you can't say those words on this platform. TikTok terms of service. This is a child's app.
Can you go up there and get you a free motel room?
I'm sorry, what?
Can you go up there and get you a free motel in New York?
If I was an immigrant who stepped foot on American soil and claimed asylum, yes, I could.
You're not an immigrant, but
well, I'm saying if I was an immigrant and I needed it based off of my claims of persecution, whether through my government or through gang violence, yes, I could. Again, a legal process. Do you have an issue with legal immigrants in the United States?
Look, as long as they come here the right way.
So then why are you complaining about asylum seekers who came here the right way?
If you're not arrested and all that, they don't even know you come in here. Again, you could be Looney Tunes from the same asylum.
Your entire complaint has been about asylum, a legal process in the United States that every single president has upheld, even Trump up until recently. So you can't say on one breath, I don't care if you come here the right way. I mean, only if you come here the right way. And then I'm telling you they did. And that's where they were able to get any kind of government assistance, which isn't much. And then you're now saying, no.
What I am saying is if they applied for a visa and stuff like that, come over here and make money, then they could actually afford their own motel. And stuff like that instead of getting food stamps.
You're not understanding how the process works, though.
Thank you,
So
Karen.
the thing about the difference between a person that comes here on a visa and a person that versus a person that is seeking asylum is that the visa holder typically has a sponsor. All right, so that's a person that is actually stepping up and vouching for them All right. And they typically end up staying with those people. Like a person on a student visa will typically have like the university vouching for them, and they're going to stay in dorm housing. All right. A person coming here, let's say on a work visa, all right, they typically will have an employer that is vouching for them, and they'll be accommodated by the employer. All right, a person coming here on a K-1 visa, which is like what you see on 90 Day Fiance, all right, that person is going to have their future partner vouching for them, and they'll stay with that person. An asylum seeker, however, is fleeing persecution of some kind, whether you think it's valid or not, and they aren't coming here to a sponsor. They're coming here on their own. So there are organizations and nonprofit organizations at that, all right, and sometimes the state that will provide them with temporary housing. I need you to understand that, and I hope you understand the word temporary.
That is correct.
Temporary.
Outside of the sponsorship, the rest of them would then have the means to be here.
How they used to do that, like what you were talking about, they would get a work visa. They would come in here with what they call a group leader, and the farmers would take care of them, and they would pay them. They wouldn't
Those would be
live.
migrants.
Yes, that would be a different visa specifically used for agricultural labor. But we have a lot of different ways you can come into the U.S. in terms of visa. You have student visa, you have work visa, you have what's that other one? There's several methods, but asylum seeking is a specific process for the people who quite literally have nothing and have to run from persecution or whatever else. That's a completely different. Those are the people who would not have the means to get a sponsor. Those are the people who would not have the means to just straight up come up with cash to apply for said visa. And then in that process, for asylum seekers specifically, even when we approve it and then we take them in, they still have to wait, 6 months before they're able to start working with an ITIN number?
God bless you.
So that's why we have that process. And the majority of people who claim asylum in the United States are turned away. I believe 85%.
Well, well, I mean, I think that they should come over here with a work visa if they want to work, or either, somebody's going to sponsor them, that's fine.
Asylum seekers can work.
Come over here and get all the resources of this country, and some of the people that actually live here that pay taxes, they can't
Asylum
even get
seekers pay taxes. Immigrants pay taxes.
but the housing, free housing,
Their housing is not necessarily free.
Let me go in the house.
Immigrants would pay back into it. We can look at even NGOs like the International Rescue Committee. That is an NGO. It's not an official government organization, but they get government funding. The reason being is because every immigrant that they would service would be a refugee or through one of those programs that you're talking about. So they would all contribute. And our expenditures is not as much as they would contribute. Specifically in 2023, 2024, I think we made more than what we spent, $760-something billion.
Let me ask you something. All right, why would a country won't let that many people come to this country when the jobs are already scarce in the first place?
Jobs aren't scarce in the United States. Hold, please. Thank you so much, Above Infinity, for the $5 super chat. This caller is just a messenger. This caller's proof of the price of stupidity is at an all-time low. Will you please ask him to go sniff his hand? I will not. He heard you. W's in the chat to you, Above Infinity. And W's in the chat to Jonna. Hi, Jonna. Happy Sunday for the $20 Venmo. These MAGAs are going to still be talking about Biden in 2028. Trump can do no wrong in their eyes. Happy Sunday, Hector. Yeah, what about Biden? W's in the chat to you. Erica, go ahead.
And also, yes, thank you, Jonna. Hey, love. Jonna said, glad I heard your voice. Thank you for all you do. It's been hard to catch your lives lately. I've been so random, but thank you so much, Jonna. I appreciate you, love. Thank you.
Deb's in chat to Jonna. Guys, best way to support the platform is going to be links in the bio. If you'd like to donate to me or Erica directly, please make sure you're taking care of that on the Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. And she even has a Zelle if you're over on the Tube side and we send a super chat or a super sticker. So I'm not going to call you Monkey. I'm just going to call you W. So W, do you mind me asking what your field of work is?
Yeah, I cut trees.
Got you. So there is no shortage of people who are cutting trees.
No.
I would argue, if anything, you probably could use more people in that department. Uh, I think there is a legitimate like concern if you are maybe a small business owner in a tiny county where there could be an influx of people that would move in, whether undocumented or American. But that's not the case for the most part. When immigrants come into the United States, especially through the legal process, they're often going to places where opportunity arises, where the jobs are, which are predominantly blue cities in blue states. You're going to have your Californias, your New Yorks, your Oregons, so on and so forth. So your job isn't necessarily threatened. In regards to a shortage of work, there's more so a shortage of good paying jobs. I think that is a more accurate reflection of what's taking place in the United States. But there's more than enough work. And the average undocumented migrant, just per the statistics, would be considered a low skilled worker. So they're not taking the jobs that Americans are typically able to get with the protections of the United States versus getting paid under the table, which is a problem as well.
I was gonna say something. How I got the name Monkey is AI gave it to me when I got a new phone.
What?
I was just letting you know that.
AI?
But AI Monkey. Yeah. When I got a new phone, because I had a lot more followers. I had like 1,400 followers, something like that. And I had a bunch of videos out, and they took my name away and gave me Monkey. Took all my videos off.
You can change your name.
I kind of like it.
I bet you do.
I kind of like it because it kind of goes along with my line of work.
Are you climbing the trees?
No, I got a couple bucket trucks, loaded trucks, stump grinders.
Okay.
Nah, I don't got too old for that.
That tracks. So why are you so against immigration in the United States, especially through the legal pathways?
I got a cousin that's married to a Mexican. He's a good guy. I'm not against the Mexicans, but I am against them coming here and flooding this country.
They're not.
Oh, you don't think Joe Biden had all these people flooding this country
No.
over here?
Joe Biden never had any deal or welcoming of undocumented migrants into the United States. Him or the Vice President Kamala Harris quite literally told them not to come.
He couldn't even ride a bicycle.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with my point. Joe Biden did not welcome in undocumented migrants.
Well, I mean, I'm fixing to go, but I got to go somewhere. But I appreciate it. I thank y'all for letting me on your live. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and, one W.
You too. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. If you are a Trump supporter who regrets their vote, this live is a safe space for you to come up here and express your position. And if you're a Trump supporter who does not regret your vote, I can give you several reasons as to why you should. Boy, oh boy. My friend's married to a Mexican. She's cool. That part, Jordan. Biden, an old man, decided to get up on a bike to exercise. God forbid he falls once. I am 28 years old. I can fall off of a bike. I'm sorry. When has Donald Trump been on a bike? Hold on. I'm curious. I want to know when Donald Trump was last seen on a bike.
Call from Marty.
Marty, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Would you rather sit on a cock and eat a cake or sit on a cake and eat a cock?
I'd rather you not project your sexual search history onto my life.
Come on, serious question, man. Come on, let's be serious.
I'm not here to talk about your sexual leanings.
Come on, would you rather sit on a cock and eat a cake, or sit on a cake and eat a cock? Come on.
Like I said, that is a you thing.
Like I said, come on.
That is a you thing. That you figure that out.
Dude, stop being weird.
You figure that out on your own time. I'm here to discuss Donald Trump.
Donald Trump?
Do you want to see me sit on something?
Would you rather sit on a
Do
cock?
you want to see me sit on something?
Day.
On a cake?
Sir. Do you want to see me sit on something?
Would you rather sit on a cake and eat a cock, or sit on a cock and eat a cake?
Do you want to see me sit on something?
Do you want
I'll answer your question. I just need you to answer mine. Do you want to see me sit on something?
Okay. White men are not okay.
No, the fuck they're not. Do you want to see me sit on something, sir?
Would you rather sit on a cock and eat?
White men are not okay. They're not well.
You guys are so gay, and I just wish you would just come out. I just wish you would come out. Not actually saying bring Walter back. Bring Walter back, bro. Walter was better than this. I'll take Walter over that. Jesus, man. What is wrong with you people? But the answer to y'all's question, no, Donald Trump has stated he has not ridden a bicycle since he was a young child, telling interviewers in 1989 and later that his time on a bike was around 7 or 8.
God bless you.
Despite sponsoring the Tour de Trump cycling race in 1989. I don't know what that is, but that's a super duper cute gift. W's in the chat to you. Thank you so much, Scotty Mo.
Oh,
Big
man,
W's
I missed
to you.
it.
Big W's to you. Appreciate your support. Despite sponsoring the Tour de Trump cycling race in 1989, he has expressed no interest in cycling and in 2020 stated he would never ride a bike. So tell me what sense it makes to criticize someone, an old man at that, for falling off a bike when you can't even ride one yourself. Mechanic 2953, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did in the most recent election, correct?
And do you regret your vote?
No,
America.
not I wouldn't say so.
Why is that?
Because I was a single issue voter initially, and in that domain of, with respect to that issue, he's been consistent and maintained. So I'm fine with my vote.
With respect to a one sole issue that justifies your vote for him. Okay. What is something you really hate from a politician? What is something that you hate that a politician does?
When they're like compromised to a degree where all the decisions they're making are in pursuit of like donor interest capital.
Fascinating. So say your one thing was immigration. Your one thing, your single issue was immigration. Immigration is all I give a shit about. Nothing else matters. If he's doing this one thing for immigration, which for the most part from Trump supporters, just bringing the encounter rate down, that is all that matters to me.
God bless you.
And then every other thing was exactly, thank you so much, Scotty, for the encore clap. Appreciate you. Big W's to you, Scotty. And the whole other thing was him compromising on several other values, several other policy positions because of the interests of donors, which he's a billionaire. They're often rich. He literally aligned himself with the richest man in the world to win the 2024 election. That wouldn't matter to you.
Well, I would say like generally that's not a rational application of like voting decision making, but I would say if you were like personally vindicated by immigration policy and then that became your single issue voter as a result of that subsequently, then it would be more justified.
Say that again.
The whole thing?
Last half.
Yeah, the last half was essentially like it would only be justified if you were personally vindicated or like if you were a victim of the immigration policy and that subsequently became your single issue on the basis of that.
Interesting. So if an undocumented migrant jacked my car one night, that would be a reason me to vote for the weaponization of ICE against American citizens and undocumented migrants alike because of the one negative experience I had with them.
Again, like immigration is not the single issue I voted for. I would say in that context, that would be more of a justification than just a broad application of, okay, I'm going to rank order these issues based on their
Sure. I mean, a justification
outcome, right?
in one's own mind. I'm not saying that person doesn't have a right to be more concerned about the things that cause them that harm. But then you would then look for a candidate who would more so have a solution versus actually put you in more harm's way, which is what the Trump administration is doing when we're too busy picking up people with no criminal records versus prioritizing the ones that actually do have one.
Yeah, I don't agree with Trump on immigration, so I would agree with you on that more than I would with Trump.
What is your single issue then? Because the point I'm trying to make
maintaining
overall here,
SMEX-based provisions, protections, and boundaries for SMEX classes versus externally unfalsifiable self-proclamations of identity.
I see. You don't like trans women in women's restrooms.
Restrooms have nothing to do with it, really. I don't think that that's a huge area of problem. I think it's more like areas where we need legal documentation of a female to enter, like domestic violence shelters, drug rehabilitation facilities, psych wards. States where women are in particular states of vulnerability, undress, and fleeing male violence.
Where do you have all of those?
Well, trans-identified male people can be legally recognized as female, and so that gender recognition certificate permits them to enter these spaces on the basis.
Cannot. No.
There's
no basis for
absolutely.
them being legally recognized as female. They're legally
Absolutely, there is. Do you know what a gender recognition certificate is?
Yeah.
Right. So the notation on that document is not going to be any kind of gender. It's a SMEX category. It's male or female, right?
Can you?
And so people who are trans-identifying with the yeah, absolutely. I can highlight the specific legislation started in Washington, D.C. in 2013. I'll paste the specific legislation in your chat. Give me one sec.
Sure. Continue to double tap that screen. Let's get our likes up. WC, you guys, we're getting over 100,000 likes. There's 641 people in here. Let's get the likes up to 200K and beyond. If you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday after 3 p.m. CST and randomly throughout the week. Share out the live with your friends and family. Also repost and add to your story. Thank you guys for the follows. Send your daily heart music if you haven't already. Consider becoming a fan club member because you get a couple cool stickers when you do, such as this one right here, because the guest is very much displaying GOP behavior. Knock out the gift goals here. We just need about 39 more of those finger hearts before we reset it. Please make sure we're taking care of Erica while she's co-hosting with us. We're going to interlap a little bit when she goes live, but that's all right. Take care of her while she's here. Her links are in the bio. And the best ways to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio. Yes, he said his single issue was protecting women's spaces. So that's what he's going off of now.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
So the administrative code for that piece of legislation was just pasted in your chat, highlighting kind of how gender recognition certificates change the notation on the sex marker of legal identification, which is going to be referring to male or female on the legal identification.
246. I'm sorry, you're talking about a piece of legislation that was proposed?
No, this has gone through since 2013. This is the Washington, D.C. Gender Recognition Certificate legislative outline.
490.
God bless you.
Thank you, Vicky, for the spring sunset. Appreciate you. I'm sorry, this chat's moving too damn fast. 490075. And this is the Washington.
Yeah, that piece of legislation is specific to Washington as it is a state-by-state issue, but yeah, we can go through that.
Sure. Bum, 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 bum. To change sex designation on a birth certificate.
Right, so that would grant a male person into a legal facility which requires female on a piece of legal identification, like a domestic violence shelter.
But what's required? What is required in order to have this change done, please?
Insistence, persistence, and consistence, which isn't a falsifiable metric.
No.
HGC filings.
That is not what's required. What is required in order to have your birth certificate updated?
Insistence, consistence, and persistence,
which is
an
that, but that doesn't make
metric.
you right. That doesn't make you right, sir. You actually
want to cite the legislation that I provided?
Yeah, actually, I do. You actually would
Specific to
have
Washington?
to have. Excuse me. Thank you. Mr. I want to protect women, but can't seem to respect women.
Mrs. I don't know what a woman
There
is,
you
but I
go.
want to say.
So,
you want to hurl
anywho,
pejoratives? I'm more than happy to
all
reciprocate
right.
that.
So what they have to do is they have to submit a birth certificate gender designation application form. All right. And the process does require a certification from a licensed healthcare provider.
Sure. So what's going to be the falsifiable metric that would distinguish a true trans woman from a predatory male using a trans identity to gain access to these spaces?
Licensed
Go ahead, Erica.
Healthcare provider. That means
I asked for a metric.
that means
I asked for a metric.
that means
I asked for a metric.
I'm gonna do this because you
Erica,
don't know how to
I didn't-
behave yourself.
I didn't ask
That
you who was
means
designated.
that you are going to have to speak to a psychiatrist or a doctor that has a specialty in this field
Did I
that
ask who
would
was
have
designated?
to that
No,
would
that
have
was not
to
the question.
certify that you, in fact, do identify
Certify
as
meaning
a trans
falsifiable.
individual.
Certify meaning falsifiable.
All right. I'm pretty sure that they have metrics that they go by.
What
All
is
right.
the metric?
Because what it sounds like is
What
your
is the
problem
metric
isn't
that they use?
trans people. All right. The problem seems to be
Steamroller.
cisgendered men,
You don't want to
all
answer the
right,
question.
who
You're right.
lie in order to commit crime.
My point is
Specifically,
you can't
crimes
distinguish
against
those
women.
There's no way to
There we go.
distinguish them
That's
because you
all it
haven't
is to
presented
it.
a
That's all it
falsifiable
There
is to
metric.
literally
it.
is a way to distinguish
Erica,
them,
so the
and a
question that
licensed
was asked to you
professional would
initially
do
when you
so.
started
There's
monologuing,
several
there was
other
what
There we go.
requirements. There's several other
metric that we can use
requirements
to
here that are
distinguish
put
true trans
forward.
women
Yes, the
from a
final one is
predatory male
here.
person
This is
using that
section. This
identity
is
The
to
host
section
is
gain
8
access
of
to
the
these
document.
spaces.
Yeah,
You just
The host
monologued for
is
2 minutes.
speaking.
You just monologued for 2.
Not my camera doing that. God damn it.
The
Hold on.
host is speaking.
I'm going to respond to you, Eric.
Let
You
me
just
fix my
monologued for 2
camera.
minutes.
I didn't monologue for 2 minutes.
You
Literally, it
didn't.
was about 45 seconds. I
You
know you
didn't
have a
answer the
problem
question
with
that was asked.
counting, but
You
there's
didn't
that.
answer the question. It was just
Your
monologue.
question actually would be
The question
irrelevant
was
to
the
this
empirical
because you're
metric.
trying to negate the fact that they have to have certification from a licensed professional, a licensed healthcare professional at
I
that.
simply asked you for the empirical metric that we use to distinguish true trans women from predatory male people using to gain access to these spaces. It's pretty
professional who would give
straightforward.
them a said designation.
That's not a metric.
Versus,
That's
as
not
you
a
guys would
metric.
say,
That's not a metric,
It
host.
would be, because the whole argument is that
It's not a
any
metric.
man
How is
can
it a
claim to be
metric?
trans and walk into these spaces and have it happen when this has to go through entire state process where a licensed professional, someone who is able to actually identify their trans identity or not, versus someone's opinion or perspective, would then be proven and then have the legal authorization to designate themselves as a man or woman and change the sex on their birth certificate to get into said spaces.
Host, what is your understanding of what a metric is?
What is my understanding of what a metric is? A way that we would measure a thing. Like what?
Measure on what basis?
Measure on what basis? There would be several factors depending on what the thing is.
Not in the context of a metric. There are a very specific set of what we could use to measure. What would that be?
Yes. So one of the things that we would use to measure the metrics that we're talking about in regards to a trans identity would be the
I asked you what a
incongruence-
metric
the
was as a
incon-
whole,
the
not in the context
incongru-
of a trans identity. Just what is your understanding of a
We're
metric?
literally
You're
talking
literally
about
just trying
trans
to
people.
track and analyze something.
We're
That's all you're
literally
doing.
Because he
talking
doesn't know
about
it's a
trans
standardized
people.
unit. He doesn't know it's a standardized
That's
unit. That's what
it.
I'm getting at. He didn't highlight that in any
A
capacity. What he said is
standardized
that
unit, yes. If standardized use, if we're measuring fucking, I don't know, flour in a cup, yes, we're talking about trans people. We're talking about their identity and how it would be legally authorized.
right.
In
So
the
what is
state
the
of
standardized
Washington.
unit that we could use to falsify a trans identity? Go ahead.
There is no falsification of the trans identity.
Exactly.
It's a false question.
Exactly.
false
It's
premise that you're literally
unfalsifiable.
building for
Thank
me
you.
to answer your
Thank you.
question.
I respect you for admitting
Yes,
that
it
it's
is
completely externally
unfalsifiable to say that you're
unfalsifiable.
trans when a
which
licensed
goes-
professional. Hey, I know you're trying to like add words into things. You cannot falsify yourself as trans, especially in the state of Washington.
You can't
to where
falsify
you
any
would
trans
need
identity.
a
That's
licensed
the whole point.
therapist and certified doctor to give you said designation by the state.
And
So
what
this,
metric
if
would they use to
anything, keeps
falsify?
women even more safe because by your logic, you're saying
Steamroller.
that trans people are out here acting, men, right? Men are out here acting as women to get into spaces to cause them harm, and then you have no metrics to actually prove that. And this is saying, okay, well, if they're going to go as far as
I
to
do have
changing
metrics
their
to prove
sex
that.
on the date, and we would consider them female in that state, then we would oversee it. The big government in Washington sounds like it's doing its job in protecting women. You're complaining about it because you think it's a falsification.
I don't think it's a falsification. I think it's unfalsifiable, which is once again going to highlight my claim. And what you've already agreed with is that there's
what
no
is
way to falsify
unfalsifiable?
this identity, which
I'm sorry,
means that
I'm
there's
sorry,
no
I'm
way.
not- What is unfalsifiable?
Unfalsifiable means that there's no way that
What
we can empirically
is
prove whether or not something is true.
unfalsifiable?
Answering the question right now, it's whether or not we can empirically prove that it is true
I know what
or
the
it is
definition
false.
of unfalsifiable is. I'm saying, what are you saying?
That's the
is
question that you asked. What is
unfalsifiable in the
unfalsifiable?
context
That's the
of
question that
trans
you
pe-
asked.
Oh my lord, what is unfalsifiable in the context of trans people?
Means that there is no empirical metric that we can use to segregate true trans identities from predatory males using that identity to commit atrocities.
I'm sorry. Can you tell me what the process is for the doctor that they would be seeing? Can you tell me what their metrics would be? Can you tell me how they would ascertain that person is trans? Can you give them the sex
Consistence,
designation?
insistence, persistence, as I've already outlined to Erica here, which we then moved on for you to agree that it is falsifiable.
Can you get more specific?
I highlighted pretty clearly, right? So which word do you want to go into in more depth?
Consistency. Okay, again. So That is
Right,
what
so
the
it's going to
doctor
be
would
the
go by.
longevity of the claim. It's going to be the consistency of the claim, meaning the lack of deviation in the claim with regards to what it's substantiating. And then the persistence of the claim is going to be like the nature of it occurring over a period of time.
So then we would use this basis over time. And
I'm saying it's not a falsifiable metric. That's all I'm saying. It's so simple. I don't know how you're getting it. Consistence, persistence, and consistence is not a falsifiable metric. It's not a standardized unit that we can use to segregate true. It's literally the question I've been asking for the last 20 minutes to you and Erica here. What is the falsifiable metric? Yeah. Neither of you can give it to me, so you're asking me for that metric. I'm giving you the metric that is used and explaining why it's not falsifiable, and then you're actually agreeing with that. So I think you're kind of substantiating my position at the point when you agree that it's not a falsifiable metric.
No.
So if I were to give you a set of 10 trans women and one of them was a male person using that identity to commit an atrocity, how would you weed that person out, or what metric would you use?
Falsifiable describes a hypothesis, theory, or statement that can be proven false through observation
exactly
or
what I said,
experiment.
Yeah. So exactly what I said.
Sure you did. So this doctor that would be overseeing these people and then give them the sex designation change based off of what you said, consistent, persistence, and otherwise, would
which
then
isn't
use this
a standardized
to show
unit,
that it is
which isn't a standardized unit, by the way, which is not a standardized unit. Highlight that. No, because the standardized unit that you're using in that context is consistence, persistence, and inconsistence, which is not a standardized unit. What unit is that?
Okay.
How do you measure someone's persistence?
What do you mean, how do you measure someone's persistence? You tell me.
Well, I'm saying that it has to be a standardized unit.
Tell me how the doctor measures their persistence. Tell me how.
Well, they do it in a way that's not falsifiable.
Tell me how.
They use some arbitrary window of time to gauge whether or not that the claim was. I'm answering. They use an arbitrary window.
You are consistently arguing against this doctor's metrics, however you want to define it or not, by a unit of measurement, and how they would say this person is trans. I'm then asking you, if you're contesting what it is, tell me what they use in that
I'm
room.
Contesting its falsifiable nature. I'm not contesting its validity. I'm contesting its falsifiable nature. Holy shit, you guys are slow. I'm testing whether or not it's an empiric. It's not. It's not unfalsifiable. What are you saying?
What is
You're making my point for me. I'm saying that it is unfalsifiable.
About
that
the
is
designation of the sex change. What can be falsified about it?
Consistence and insistence is unfalsifiable because it's not a standardized unit or metric that we can use to empirically segregate true trans women from predatory male people. Holy shit, we just went over this. Do you have the definition pulled up in front of you right now?
I do.
You literally have the definition.
You're using the word strangely.
It's the hypothesis of whether or not we can empirically prove something is true or false.
So falsifiable would means it...
Yo, host, this is a bad look, dog. Falsifiable means that we can prove something empirically that it is true or false
through observation or experiment.
Observation of an empirical metric.
Right?
Observation of an empirical metric.
And
observation of an empirical metric.
If something is falsifiable, we can prove it false. If something is unfalsifiable, that means it would be true, right?
Incorrect. Unfalsifiable means it's true. Host, that's a huge blunder. Unfalsifiable does not mean something's true. That does not follow.
Falsifiable means it can be proven false. Unfalsifiable.
No. Means it can be proved true or false. Not it can be proved false. That's diluted. It means it can be proved true or false using the observation of an empirical metric.
Okay. So if one's false,
it can be proved false. Holy shit, that's diluted.
They're two different words. You literally use the two different words. And now you're saying falsifiable is one metric of either or.
If something is falsifiable, and then we can say regarded as true or false by the observation of the empirical metrics. It's not just one case. You can't just prove it.
Now I need you to tell me what is false, not using your words, what is false about the designation for the sex change in Washington?
Yeah, I never made that claim. I said it was unfalsifiable, not that it was false.
Sorry,
this is where you're not following. You're not tracking. I didn't say it was false. I said it was unfalsifiable.
You would be arguing that it is false. Because if you're saying we do not have a measurable unit to...
That's incorrect. What's the argument for that?
If you're saying...
What's the argument for that?
My guy, if you're saying that we do not have a measurable unit to say whether they're men or women, right? It's just fifis and their tum-tums, then you would be saying it's false. You're literally invalidating the entirety of the trans identity.
What's the argument?
I'm really trying to help you skip this shit along.
Well, I'm trying to highlight your mischaracterization of the argument by saying, what's your argument that I'm saying that it's false?
I'm sorry. Do you believe
what's
that trans
your formal
women are
argument
women?
that I'm saying that it's false?
Do you believe trans women are women?
What's your P1? What's your P2? What's your conclusion?
Do you believe trans women are women?
What's your P2? What's your P1? What's your conclusion? Go ahead.
Trans women are women.
Under my semantics, they are not, no. But it's not an objective truth or false.
Okay. Under your semantics. Okay. So you're making an argument semantically through your perspective on how it would be false.
That's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about the
It quite
falsifiable
literally is.
nature
You're
of trans
making this
identities. We're talking
entire
about the
argument
falsifiable
based
nature
off
of
it
trans
being
identities.
falsifiable. Exactly. Right.
Falsifiable,
So I don't know
not
why you're
false.
trying to do this whole dance
Falsifiable,
around by
not
saying
false.
it's this, it's this, it's
Falsifiable,
this.
not false.
I know what you believe. I'm really trying
We're
to
saying
get you to get to the point.
falsifiable, not different arguments. I'm not saying it's false. I'm saying it's unfalsifiable, meaning that there's no way that we can meaningfully segregate true trans identities from predatory males using that
According to
identity
you.
to gain access to these. Well, on the basis
Literally
that it's not
according to you.
falsifiable, and you haven't substantiated
Literally
it so far.
according to you.
So substantiate the
Because you would
falsifiable
say
nature.
you're quite
Substantiate the
literally
falsifiable
saying
nature of a trans
that it
identity.
is
Then go ahead.
falsifiable.
I'm saying it's unfalsifiable.
Unfalsifiable. Oh, I love how you're now
literally
selective
retarded.
with the
I'm saying
words.
it's unfalsifiable. How have you not picked up on
not
that?
the
I've been saying that for
slur.
20 minutes now.
Not the slur. Oh,
I mean, you're literally
not the
slow as
slur to run. That's
You
a
are
damn
slow as
shame.
shit.
That is a damn shame. Not the slur to
Really
run.
think I'm making?
Not the fucking slur to run. Trump supporters request up in the box you the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen 737-295-5321. I can't fucking stand Phil Bros. You guys always slur to run. You guys always freaking slur to run. Ugh. That's a child. How old are you? How old are you? The R word is a slur on TikTok, y'all. You will get flagged. What's the... I think this person's a kid anyway. Trump supporters request up in the box you the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen 737-295-5321. Here's the thing, and this is the second day we've done this with you Phil Bros. If you're going to come up here and you're going to make an argument against trans people, then make that argument. Make that argument. You guys come up here and you ask us to make an argument to validate their identity when you cannot solidify an argument to say that they're not. He literally said it himself. I semantically believe trans women aren't women. Okay, substantiate that. Well, you need to tell me unit 1, unit B. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Will T, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Date of birth?
2007.
Month?
June.
Wouldn't that make them 19? They'll be 19 this year.
If your date of birth is June 2007, you would be 18
18.
now. Your day's 19.
Yeah.
I don't like how long he answered. That's why I kicked him.
Honestly, I don't like that. His like, he didn't sound like he had any
Yeah. I knew it was 19. I just didn't like how long it took for him to answer. I said date of birth. He went straight to the year.
Mm-hmm.
He just said the year. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I practiced this. I did the math. You're not gonna catch me, buddy.
W's in the chat. Oh, sorry. W's in the chat to Jenna for the $5 Venmo White Guilt Fund. You've had some doozy Phil Bros this weekend. Oof, we do not claim them. Yeah, I find them to be really fucking annoying. Basically, the whole premise is just find out where they're basing their argument from. Don't actually follow their game of P1, P2, and all that shit, and then watch them unravel. The funniest thing for me yesterday, if you guys didn't remember with the Phil Bro we talked to, was the fact that he was religious, he was Christian, and he was basing his whole abortion argument on God and what he considered murder. And then when I asked him, those of you who weren't here for yesterday's one, I asked him, oh yeah, because this is what he said, Eric. I don't know how long you were here. Homeboy said that you would have to objectively prove to me that depriving someone of food and water, holding them in a detention center with lights on 24/7, affecting their sleep. And in the one instance with an individual, I believe he was in Arizona, not providing an individual with an infection in his mouth, his tooth, medical care that led to his death is harmful. That's what he asked me to substantiate, how that's harmful. So then I said, is it objectively harmful to slap a baby? And he refused to answer that question for the longest time. He refused to tell me why he believed it was objectively harmful to slap a baby. And then I followed up with the fact that your God killed firstborn. So don't fucking sit here and talk to me about depriving someone of light and not depriving of light, depriving them of sleep, food, medical care, allowing them to die, watching them die is not objectively harmful. I don't like to just argue back and forth with people who have no soul in the game.
Keeping the lights on for 24/7 is actually a recognized form of psychological torture.
That is correct.
I do want to thank Jessica for the 5. Jessica said, how likely is it that a non-trans woman would hold up over a period of 5 or more years to prove themselves? Not likely they will hold up. No man needs to go that far to harm women and children because our system allows them to mostly get away with it doing these atrocities. Chill out,
6,000%.
bro.
The whole
Thank you,
basis that
Jessica.
people are going to identify as trans, and then in the state of Washington, then they would have to have some persistent record of being trans, identifying as trans, to then get this designation. And then only when they get this designation to where they're going to go into women's spaces as some part of the 5, 10, 15, 20-year effort to start raping women. Get the fuck out of here. If you want a woman, you can just pull up to a bar, you can give her a drink, you can slip something. Sorry, guys. Let me chill out. Trigger warning. I apologize. Point I'm making is, if men want to harm women, as they have been, predominant gender for harming women, they will. They have. Nothing will stop them. And they sure as hell, lazy fucks, aren't going through the loops and bounds of identifying as trans to do so. And if you have a metrics to say it, present it.
You know what I've gone to asking them? Do you want a person in a pair of jeans, a flannel shirt, a beard, and a low cut going into the ladies' restroom? They always say no. And I say, why? I don't want a man using the ladies' bathroom. But you want people to use the bathroom with the sex that they were born with, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were born as. And they go, yeah, well, you always forget about trans men. And I just chalk it down to that they hate what it is that they're attracted to trans women, and they hate it simply because of the fact that they've been told to find it taboo.
6,000%. 6,000%. Guys, make sure we're taking care of Erica while she's here. Her links are available in the bio as well if you'd like to donate to her platform, and so are mine. Check out the links in both of our bios, not only for our shops, respectively, ericaeffect.com, where you can get yourself some merch, and then mine, hectorshops.com with 2 R's. Of course, follow us on both social media platforms. All those links are available in the bio. Join the Discord communities. Her and mine is now public, so you can join those. You can even choose to subscribe to mine if you want, and donate directly to the Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. You may do that as well. W's in the chat to Vicky for the $10 Venmo. Thank you for your hard work. I try my best, Vicky. I try my best. Some people literally just want to argue and rage bait. W's in the chat to Miss Donna for the $2 super chat. Phil Bro is #1 on my Jesus Didn't Die For You list. W Miss Donna, bro. I truly believe. Listen, Jesus is up there watching this shit day to day going, this is not what I died for. Flood it again. Daddy, can you flood it again? Nah, bro. I already did that once before. It didn't work. We got to do something else. Finnegan. Finnoligan. Did you vote for Trump?
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. I'm German. I didn't mean to join the live. I don't know how to remove myself.
All good. I took care of it. Thank you so much. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. I love how he based his argument on the falsification of identities, and then the state of Washington took it a step further, which some people would argue this is unnecessary, but...
It was DC.
Excuse me. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Washington State Legislator. Oh, am I mixing this shit up?
Yeah, he said Washington, D.C., but Washington State also does allow for it, and D.C. allows for it too.
Okay,
yeah.
Because I pulled up this code specifically. This is Washington. Okay, Washington State Legislator. Got you. Fuck, lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Oh yeah. That Washington State and DC apparently decided to take it upon themselves to take an extra step for people who wanted to go as far as to changing their sex to prove it. Washington said, we want to protect women so much, we're just going to take these additional steps to prove this person is what they're saying they are. And you're complaining about that. Under the guise of protecting women, you're complaining about Washington taking an additional step to do so. Despite the fact that whether they did or not, trans women are not assaulting cis women.
Nope.
It's not happening. Why do we keep doing this? You guys got to have better arguments. And to use that, hold on. Got you. This is his argument, okay? I want to protect women. from trans women who, on average, cis women are safer with. Please understand something. Statistically, you are, as a woman, cis woman, whatever the fuck, you're safer around a trans woman than me.
Mm-hmm.
Women are safer around trans women than me.
Mm-hmm.
That is what the statistics show. But I want to protect women by stopping them from doing that. And then I'm going to be a single issue voter on that by voting for a civilly liable sexual assaulter with 26 other allegations against him by a man who's currently holding up the release of the Island Man files, continuing to redact the names of people, Democrat or Republican, rich or, I guess rich, not poor, rich alike, that have victimized these women, refusing to give them the justice that they've so long deserved. The man who bragged about walking into the dressing room of underage girls, you didn't care about that designated space that a man invaded, bragging about inspecting the place. You didn't talk about that. Who said he would be dating a 10-year-old girl in 10 years? Who talked about grab him by the ussy, I don't even wait. But you're about protecting women. The man who walked back one of the good things, one of the good ideas that he had, where he talked about the government funding IVF. And then the second he got into the Oval Office, his officials, we've already had his spokesperson come out and say this. I believe it was April of last year. So we're not looking at that right now. It's not on the cards. He ran off of that. I will make the government pay for your IVF to bring babies into the world. Disappeared. But we're going to talk about protecting women.
Yep.
Yeah, that tracks. Honestly, yeah. I don't know why I even bothered. But I'm glad I know this code. Thank you for this. Thank you for 246-490-075 and W Washington for taking additional, but I would argue unnecessary steps to protect women.
So Hector, let's so I can be clear. What you looked up is in Washington State.
Mm.
Okay, because what he said out of his mouth was Washington D.C. But another thing that I wanted to add on
here for Washington State.
Okay. What I wanted to add on is that I wasn't listening. I was I was grocery shopping or something. I don't know what I was doing. But you said that he wanted to basically argue semantically what a woman is, pretty much, right?
Yes.
That's what he was trying to do.
When I was trying to get him to say what is his argument against the sex change on their birth certificate. And then he was like, well, I didn't say that trans identities are not valid or blah, blah, blah. I just said this. I said, you're literally saying that. No, I didn't. I never said that. So then I said, do you believe trans women are women? And then first he tried to bullshit around. Then he said, yes, I semantically believe that. I said, okay, what is your basis for that? Argue from that. Don't give me anything else.
That doesn't make any sense then.
I know.
And so then he'd be basically, what he's doing is he's scapegoating. He's trying to put the violence against women that happens. He's putting that on trans women is what he's doing. When we know that the violence that actually is perpetuated against women and children is done by cisgendered males. So men is what happens here. All right. Cisgendered men are the ones who perpetuate the violence against women. And so that's all that he's doing. And so that means he's been propagandized because he's fallen for it. He has fallen for it. And this is basically manufactured consent showing up right in our faces. It's playing out. How do you think? You can't even give us any stats. So empirical data, because remember he kept mentioning the word empirical. All right, he can't give us any empirical data that shows that trans women are out here committing, all right, these acts of violence. He can't do that. He don't have the numbers.
You know what I realize more and more, Erica?
Mm-hmm.
All these people care about is the potential for things.
Yeah.
It's all about potential. It's all about unforeseen, hypothetical bullshit scenarios. With immigration, it's the potential for crime and terrorism, not the fact that they actually, once again, statistically, you're safer around an undocumented migrant than an American. When it comes to fetuses, the potential for life, and then the person living, breathing on the street, dying because they don't have access to healthcare, they don't care about those. When it comes to Iran, it's the potential for them to have a nuke and use it against us.
Their nuclear ambitions.
Literally, verbatim, Hegseth's words. Their nuclear ambition. Oh, so there wasn't an imminent nuclear threat? Well, their nuclear ambitions, the threat of nuclear ambition.
Crazy work.
You guys ignore what's actually happening right now for the potential for something else.
But their thing also when it comes to the potential is they only like recognize the potential good, not the potential bad.
That part. Moon, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
And do you regret your vote?
No, I do not.
Got you. Give me a moment to do a quick little PSA. Those of you over on the YouTube side, please make sure you hit the like button on the stream. Let's get the likes up to 100 over there. 70-something people viewing. Subscribe and turn on notifications as well. If you would like to support the platform, you may send a super chat or a super sticker. And then those of you on the TikTok side, please make sure we get Erica above 2,000 coins. Also send your daily heartbeats. Hit that follow button if you're not already. And do all the good things. We need about 89 more of those finger hearts before we reset it to the next goal. Engage with the engagement. Show the algorithm want to be here. Let's get the likes up to 250K, and I think we can do so within the next 15 minutes. If my super tappers are here. Only if you're here. And if you're not, do your best. All right, Moon, why don't you regret your vote?
Well, first of all, we will definitely see the effects of the Trump administration within the next coming year to two. We're not going to see the full effects. We're not going to see the full effects right now. And this is what drives me crazy is because during other administrations, there was like an expected like a different expectation, basically. So we're definitely not going to see like the full effects. Yeah, there's some things that we will see right now that are going to take effect. But yeah, so on and so forth. But yeah, I do not regret my vote. Like there's really nothing that makes me regret my vote. Like I live life still. I live life daily. Okay, yeah, gas prices are a little high right now, but besides that,
so like your answer to my question is,
yeah,
nothing has happened to make me regret my vote. Okay, so let me change my answer.
Yes.
What is he doing that is warranting your continued support for him?
I mean, there's really nothing that like has me like, oh my gosh, Trump, and like has me bowing down to the man. I
don't ask for you to bow down.
Yeah,
if you continue to support him, you would have to have some basis for it.
I mean,
or do you support things blindly?
What was that?
Or do you support things blindly?
Are you saying I support things blindly?
I'm saying if you can't articulate why you support Donald Trump, then yes.
I've already told you. Well, okay, so...
You haven't.
Okay. So let's go to the numbers then. So, let's go to, Give me 1 second, I'm sorry.
I said I was going to be nice today, chat. I said I was going to be nice.
Be mean. Please be mean. If I'm wrong, please be mean.
No, I'm not going to, because you may have a kink. Continue to double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up to 200K and beyond.
No.
I just need you to tell me. I just need you to tell me why you're still supporting. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Because what has gone wrong in this country as of right now? Like what has gone wrong for me personally? Like this is like me speaking. Nothing has gone wrong for me to where I can say oh, well, this president isn't doing any good. I live my life like nothing drastically has changed. So I'm not going to say, oh, well, I don't support the guy because nothing has changed.
Okay. So because you are unaffected by the actions of this administration,
yes.
you have no reason
And
to
that's
regret your
my
vote.
personal opinion.
And
That's my
stop
personal
supporting
opinion.
him.
If
Right.
you feel
I'm aware of
affected,
that being
that's
your
your
personal
personal opinion, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, right. Because you hate Donald Trump, that's your personal opinion. That's not my personal opinion. And we can go on all day about why you hate Donald Trump.
Do you work?
And why I don't hate Donald Trump.
Do you have work? Do you work?
Yeah, I do work.
Do you have employment through your job?
I'm sorry?
I mean, healthcare through your job?
I could get healthcare through my job, but I access private healthcare that I pay for.
Got you. And is that healthcare subsidized per the ACA?
No, it's not.
No. Okay. Do you have children?
I do.
Okay. So, what was Donald Trump's tax credit for children under the big beautiful bill?
It really wasn't much of a change.
3,600, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, first of all, when it comes to taxes, you have to look at your dependents and how you file and how you claim and so on and so
I'm
forth.
aware of all that.
So everybody,
We're just talking about Donald
will have
Trump's
a
basic
different
plan. I'm aware of that. I'm
I
aware
know,
of that.
but even
I'm aware
based
of
on
that.
even
I know people's
even based on that,
circumstances
my
will
friend.
heavily depend on the differences between what you get back on your tax returns, how much you pay, so on and so forth. I'm telling you, I'm basing this off of the plans in and of themselves. Okay, Donald Trump's was 32 to 3,600. Kamala Harris was $6,000 for the first year of a child's life, and then 3,600, and then 3,200.
I'm 32 years old, so
all
like
the way
definitely
down.
not.
Okay, sure. You're talking to me, not the comments.
Well, no, I'm just gonna make it like I'm gonna put it out there because your friends out there in the comment section.
Don't worry about the
saying that-
comments. Don't worry about the comments. I could care less if you're on your parents' insurance or your
fair enough.
private insurance.
Fair
Which, to
enough.
be clear, private insurers have also went up this year. So there's that. The impact of the ACA, regardless of whether those insurers are covered under it or not, which the majority of them are. So I'm really curious as to how you got something outside of that. Whatever, they've still seen an increase despite Donald Trump's actions. I mean, in spite of Donald Trump. No, I'm wording that wrong. Because of Donald Trump's actions. So we're quite literally, specifically for the people who are having children who would have been going through their first year, we're getting less. We're getting less of a tax credit for those children under the Trump administration. We've gotten no plan whatsoever, no administrative action in regards to bringing down the cost of homes per the Trump administration versus the previous plan or the plan from Kamala Harris, which is to get more new homes built.
Is it Trump's fault or is it the
Yes,
Federal
it's
Reserve?
Trump's fault.
Is it Trump's? And why is it Trump's fault?
Easy, because he had absolutely no plan whatsoever to bring down the cost of homes.
Okay, so if there was no plan to be brought upon before, who like
There was a plan. There was a plan to bring down the cost.
There wasn't a plan
By
because of
VP Kamala Harris.
That plan was Kamala. Okay, yeah, of course. And this is where it goes back to opinion.
Do you know what the plan is?
I'm
not telling you opinion. I'm telling you what you ran off of.
Would have been a better option, and that's fine.
Based off of her positions, yes.
But we can't say that it would have been a better option.
I literally
we
can't.
haven't even seen.
Are you aware of supply and demand?
Who isn't?
Okay. So is one of the controlling factors of the rising cost of houses in the United States there being a shortage?
Well, then you look at places like Maricopa County where I live, and there is
That wasn't.
not a
That wasn't.
shortage.
That
There
wasn't.
is a
I'm happy for you. So maybe you have reduced costs. Good for you.
no. So
You're not answering my question.
Your argument on supply and demand really doesn't fit.
It does.
No, it doesn't,
Literally
because look
everywhere.
at Maricopa County. Look at
anywhere.
Maricopa County then. Look at Maricopa County then,
What
my
about
friend.
Maricopa County?
And then tell me about supply and demand.
What about Maricopa County?
What about Maricopa?
Yeah, well, right now there is a very high drop in rent prices and tenant prices
Is there?
because of the supply in housing, meaning that there is constructors, so on and so forth, apartment companies that are building and building and building that they can't fill up. So what's happening is that there is such a high supply but no demand. So your argument on supply and demand just doesn't fit for every situation. That's all
Home
I'm
prices
saying.
in Maricopa County has seen a slight decrease or stabilization, with the median sale price recently dropping from a high of $475,000 to around $450,000 to $465,000 as of early 2026. 1 to 2% over the past year. Your inventory specifically has increased by 39%, and this is per the Maricopa Association of Governments. So
I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to figure out what exactly is it that he's talking about,
I
because
know.
here in Maricopa County, all right, where I happen to live, right, we've had a construction boom since since the pandemic, especially since like 2020, where they just been
No,
building
back
up
in
everywhere. So
2013 was the
I'm
highest boom for Maricopa County. So to
I'm
be fair,
sorry.
yeah, in 2013 is when the initial start and the initial boom for Maricopa County actually really began. So that's when you had an influctuation of people who were moving here,
I'm not talking about, I didn't speak about
creating
people coming
businesses.
into it, because we know we have a lot of transplants from the Midwest. I'm speaking about the construction boom, the increase that we've had in building. You can look at the city of Surprise as one of them, where it's estimated, right, where we have either 4 or 5 subdivisions being built right now. Russ, no one knows what he is talking about because he can't articulate his point. So we're kind of just pulling at hairs right now, trying to figure out what it is that he's saying. All right. And if you're talking about like an influx of people, then you're going to be talking about Americans, because we've gotten an influx of people from the Midwestern states, along with people from the Northwestern states, and also California. We've gotten those people here. All right. But what is it that you're talking about? Can you just articulate it, please? Like, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just say what it is that you actually mean, sir.
I also want to point out the numbers show for your city that the market at least stabilized and in some cases decreased the price, whether marginally or majorly, because of that 39% increase. But the cost of housing is still expensive. You have a 53% increase. If we're comparing it to 2019, we know of the other factors in that regard. So it's still expensive, but it's helped the cost. Again, that supports my argument for supply and demand. And based off the metrics, I looked up your state metrics here. You're wrong.
Okay. All right. I'm wrong.
So I want to bring this back to the fact that supply and demand.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Supply and demand would help reduce, at minimum, stabilize. This isn't about me pulling a got you. This is a popular misconception you guys have. You think I'm here to get a got you. I'm here to educate. I do find it interesting how much you guys don't know and then try to argue with me when I'm pulling this shit from your state. But I digress. This isn't about having a got you. I'm literally just trying to learn you something. You were saying that Donald Trump has given you no reason whatsoever to not regret your vote or to stop you from supporting him. I'm simply going back to the plans that Kamala Harris and Donald Trump had to bring down the cost of goods, to bring down the price of housing. We're specifically talking about housing. And one plan objectively would have done that. And the other one was no plan at all. That's the point I'm trying to get across to you. So you know what? Maybe I've been asking the wrong questions. Why did you vote for Trump? That's a better question.
Just like why did you vote for Kamala? Because you didn't like Trump.
Yeah.
Didn't like.
So
That's it.
I don't know what you thought that response was going to
We can
do.
go into policy.
I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
sit
policy.
here and I can tell you, yes, I don't like Trump. Not just because he's Donald Trump. I don't like Donald Trump because he's a piece of shit. His policies are shit. And I can substantiate how they're shit. I can follow up with Kamala Harris is a great person. Her policies were great. And then her plan for America was great. I would be comparing person and policy side by side. So again, why did you vote for Donald Trump?
Okay, so we can look at the first term and we can go on 3 point for inflation rate. The employment rate was really down. I think we're looking at like 4.2%, which is an average. Like that's a decent number because you're not always going to fully employ everybody. That's just realistically. If you want a lower number than that, then I mean, we can go threes, maybe. But that's that. And then
So you would have voted for Donald Trump the second time based off of his first term numbers, despite the things that he ran off of in 2024, negating some of his first term numbers. Like he literally ran off of things that would have challenged some of the accomplishments that you would give him for his first term.
And would you not vote for Obama or any other presidents because of their first term? So you're just going to say, oh, well,
Obama ran for a third term.
I'm just going to give them a chance.
And he ran off of, he ran a campaign with policies that was contradictory to the things that made his first and second term good. Then no, I wouldn't vote for Obama. Because I can't say in one breath, I really like the things that Trump did here. And then in the other breath, his campaign is doing things such as his 125, 40%, 50%, even went as far as to say 300, 500, and 1,000% tariffs that I didn't even try in my first term. Not to mention his tariffs were a failure in the first term too. And then he literally ran off of ramping them up, which would have impacted his other numbers of the economy. Like, I don't know if you're not tracking this super well. Okay. What is something you really liked? Okay. You said unemployment. Okay. Donald Trump, you said unemployment. He had good unemployment rates. No problem. He had, hold on. He had a good unemployment rate. He had one of the lowest unemployment rates under his first term. Donald Trump ran off of literally firing the fuck out of people, specifically from the federal government, and closing department after department after department. Because of Donald Trump's tariffs specifically, and because of his other economic failures, some things with the stock market and whatnot, we've seen record layoffs from Amazon, some in Walmart, so on and so forth. That has led to the unemployment rate being, for black people specifically, high, and then recently somewhat being affected because it initially was stable for white people. So again,
and that hasn't happened under any other president. It just happened under Trump. So that's what makes it so bad, because it just happened under him. Because
he ran off of undoing some of the accomplishments that he made from his first term.
No.
You went back to his first term. You said you voted for him now, and you cited things specifically in his first term.
Let's go. No, you're bringing it up. So let's go. Let's talk about it.
I am literally engaging with all of it. You can bring up every other, yeah, they do that a lot, Hannah. You can bring up every other administration that you want. I just want to let you guys know that doesn't work well over here. The only person I voted for was Kamala Harris. That was my first time voting. I can speak on behalf of Biden and Obama, but I didn't vote for any of them. And in fact, I voted for Kamala Harris because I think she was better than them. That's why. So I don't know what argument you think you're trying to make here.
No, we're never going to win. I'm never going to turn you over to a Trump supporter. That's for sure.
I mean, you can't.
I know I can't.
You can't.
I know I can't.
I need you to know why you can't. You can't turn me over to Donald Trump because you can't even substantiate why you support him.
Okay.
That's what I want to make clear. We're basing this off of data. We're basing this off of actions. You can't articulate why you should still support him. So how in the hell could you change my mind?
Okay, can you tell me why I shouldn't?
Yes.
Because you can't.
Absolutely. Let's do that. Let's do that.
You're gonna go with all these little talking points, and that's
Talking
fine.
points. No. Let's go with the talking points. No problem. You know what? I should have.
Come on.
Chat. I want to apologize to you for wasting your time. I tried to get him to tell me why he supported him, what would make him regret his vote. That was a horrible idea because he doesn't even know why he supports Trump. So now I'm going to give you several reasons as to why you should. I think the president of the United States.
No, that's weak.
You fucking should. You just asked me a question. I'm answering it. I think the president of the United States calling upon the death of an entire civilization is gross and should be an impeachable offense. I think his entire Truth Social account should be an impeachable offense. The president of the United States on his senseless rambles to where we don't know what he's going to do versus what he's going to try, his violent and aggressive rhetoric towards people he disagrees with, including on his side, is enough to say that this isn't a bipartisan president in a bipartisan country, and there's no reason or belief that I should have to think that he's going to make anything better. I think the president of the United States weaponizing ICE to the degree that he has to kill American citizens and undocumented migrants and justify it is a gross offense. I think the president of the United States running off of economic policies that the Supreme Court have had to step in and block because they're so bad is enough to say he shouldn't be the president of the United States. I think his history should have been another metric. Got you. So we're not going to agree on Donald Trump enabling the death of American civilians at the hands of ICE? Is that what we're going to disagree with?
He didn't do that.
He didn't do that?
No, he didn't.
Okay. Are you aware of the 3,000 a day quota that was put out by Stephen Miller to DHS?
Stephen Miller's not the head of the DHS. So why does it matter? Stephen Miller can say anything he wants. What does it matter?
What did I just say?
He didn't. That's not what he said.
No.
Can you tell Hector what he just repeat the question that Hector asks you, please? Please do that. Repeat the question, Moon.
No. Talking about like Stephen Miller and what he has to say. It has nothing to do with Stephen Miller.
What was my question?
Stephen Miller shouldn't even be a part of a question, really. He has nothing to do with it.
Okay. So if if Steve Bannon,
you're gonna go look to Stephen Miller for your answers.
Who is Steve Miller? Who is Stephen Miller?
Because I don't agree with
who is Stephen Miller?
Stephen Miller.
Who is Stephen Miller?
Just because I'm a Republican and I
who is
vote
Stephen
for Trump
Miller?
doesn't mean I have to agree with Stephen.
No one said you
Miller.
do. Who is Stephen Miller?
He's an addresser for the Trump administration.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
No, literally. Like, hold on. He's an addresser to the Trump administration. I mean, like, literally, like, when you ask the question, like, this man, Stephen Miller, I'm not a fan. I'm really not. He has no power. He's only there just
Stephen Miller has no power? Did you just say Stephen Miller has no power?
What power does Stephen Miller have at the end of the day?
Are you familiar with the Muslim ban? Are you familiar with Remain in Mexico? Are you familiar with those?
Stephen Miller put that in place?
Stephen Miller is the chief policy writer for Donald Trump, bro.
Did Stephen
That's
Miller
why
put
it's
it
like
in place?
it's so crazy how uninformed that you all are about these matters. Like but then you wholeheartedly believe in what it is that you believe in, but yet you don't know anything. Oh my gosh, you're acting like Stephen Miller is just some random person. No, he is the architect of Donald Trump's mass deportation policy. That's who Stephen Miller is. Stephen Miller is the one, as Hector was asking you about, who set the quota. He's the one that did that.
Erica, let me ask you this: if you take Stephen Miller out of the picture, is anything going to change, or is it going to be the same?
Yes.
That's what you feel.
He's the chief policy writer for Donald Trump.
That's fine, Erica, because that's your opinion.
If you take, okay, if I have
I'm gonna be nice.
a person, you take your ashwagandha today?
You know what? I fucking did. Go.
Okay. Hector's gonna go take his ashwagandha. All right. It's not an opinion, sir, because
It's
the
not an
reason why is
opinion?
because
Wait, so what is
these
an
are,
opinion?
Stephen, I'm
What
sorry,
is an
don't cut me
opinion?
off, please.
So what
Please
is
don't
an
cut me
opinion,
off.
Erica?
Do not cut me off. I don't know what the fuck you thought this was, but don't cut me off. Thank you very much. That's weird. So, Stephen Miller, this is his brainchild. He is the one who actually presents the ideas. All right. He writes the script. He has the ear of the president. Okay. So, yes, if Stephen Miller were to leave the administration, we would see an actual change. Doesn't mean that we would see a change for the better. I can't call that, but we would see a change because we no longer, all right, well, I would say we, the president of the United States of America, would no longer be listening to what it is that Stephen Miller wants to do. I think you need to understand that part. That's objectively true. Look, heck, where do you find these people, bro?
All right. Sorry, Erica. I'm wrong.
Me?
I'm wrong, Erica. I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. I need to listen to Stephen Miller. I'll do that.
Who said that you needed to listen to Stephen Miller?
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Is that
Who
I
said
need
that you needed to listen to Stephen Miller?
He runs the Trump
Do you have a
administration.
comprehension problem? I'm seriously asking. Do you have a comprehension problem? Like, for real? If you do, then I'm just going to fall back. But, like, do you really have a comprehension problem?
Yeah.
I don't want to be ableist. I'm asking for real.
Yeah, I do.
You do? Okay, Hector, I'm going to go on mute.
Okay.
Okay. So let me help you out here. The president of the United States, any president, would hire or appoint advisors. These advisors would be driving influences in their policies. Stephen Miller specifically is I would say, one of the top 3 people that Donald Trump uses in how he wants his immigration agenda to go. Stephen Miller, the man you tried to...
Stephen Miller, an advisor to the Trump administration.
Yes, he's been an advisor since his first term.
Why did you laugh at me? Why did you take me as a joke when I said that? When
You said he was an adjuster, and you were...
No, I said he was an advisor.
First, you said
Did you not hear me
adjuster.
correctly?
You literally said adjuster. You literally said adjuster. Every
No, I
fucking
didn't.
person heard it. You literally said adjuster.
I didn't say adjuster.
Even
Adjuster for what?
here's what you're missing. Hey, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up for 2 fucking seconds. Jesus fucking Christ. Shut up. You said adjuster. Even if you didn't, it was followed up with, I didn't just laugh at you saying adjuster. I was laughing at you reducing it to adjuster to the extent of this adjuster has no power or no significance in the Trump administration. It was the combination of those 2 things. That's why I laughed at you, okay? Because the quota that I was talking about, 3,000 a day, came from Stephen Miller to DHS and was utilized through ICE, to where they went up and ramped up migrants, undocumented or not. American citizens were detained because of this quota, because it wasn't about actually verifying the merit of these claims of whether they're an undocumented migrant or not, or whether they're a threat to this country or not, whether they have a criminal record. It was just meeting a number. So when you set a quota and you, quite frankly, don't have enough violent criminals to substantiate the quota that you need to meet every day, you're going to mix up a couple good people into that bag. So I want to make something super duper fucking clear. That's why I laughed at you. Because of that quota, because of his rhetoric in Minnesota, that's why we have American civilians dead. That's why they were detained. That's why they would lost pay, because they were too busy being held up in a fucking holding center versus going to work and providing for their families, because an untrained ICE agent decided to say that they weren't American because they were brown, because they had an accent, and straight up challenged some of their documents proving their citizenship,
Didn't say
including the
adjuster.
one instance in Maryland where the guy had a real ID.
Adjuster.
You don't know about this. This guy had a real ID. He showed his real ID to an ICE agent and they still detained him. He was an American citizen. Now, the time he was detained, who pays him for that when he misses work? What happens to his family if he had kids and no one else to take care of them? Or a babysitter's time ran out. What happens? We're not thinking about those things. So that's why I laughed at you. You can respond. Jesus Christ.
Oh. I said that Stephen Miller is an addresser to the Trump administration.
You said
not
both.
An adjuster?
You know what?
Adjust what? What was he going to adjust? Addresser, meaning that he's just like a little playboy. I told you when we were talking about this that I'm not really the biggest fan of Stephen Miller. He doesn't do anything for the Trump administration. He's just like a little playboy. That he brings in his own rhetoric. When you ask the question, like this man, Stephen Miller, I'm not a fan. I'm really not. He has no power. He's only there just
Stephen Miller has...
Miller?
Who is Stephen Miller?
Just because I'm a Republican and
Who
I
is
vote for Stephen Miller.
What was my question? By Stephen Miller to DHS.
The question was, who is Stephen Miller? The head of the DHS. So why does it matter? Stephen Miller can say anything he wants.
Civilians at the hands of ICE? Is that what we're going to disagree with?
He didn't do that.
He didn't do that?
No, he didn't.
Okay. Are you aware of the 3,000 a day quota that was put out by Stephen Miller to DHS?
Stephen Miller's not the head of the DHS. So why does it matter? Stephen Miller can say anything he wants. What does it matter?
What did I just say?
He didn't. That's not what he said.
No.
Can you tell Hector what he just repeat the question that Hector asks you, please? Please do that. Repeat the question, Moon.
No. Talking about like Stephen Miller and what he has to say. It has nothing to do with Stephen Miller.
What was my question?
Stephen Miller shouldn't even be a part of a question, really. He has nothing to do with it.
Okay. So if if Steve Bannon,
you're gonna go look to Stephen Miller for your answers.
Who is Steve Miller? Who is Stephen Miller?
Because I don't agree with
Who is Stephen Miller?
Stephen Miller.
Who is Stephen Miller?
Just because I'm a Republican and I
Who is
vote
Stephen
for Trump
Miller?
doesn't mean I have to agree with Stephen.
No one said you
Miller.
do. Who is Stephen Miller?
He's an adjuster for the Trump administration.
Before I say
And
what
that's
I
why
want to
he
say,
loud. I mean, that's why he laughed.
before I say what I want to say,
Adjuster.
Moon, before I say what I want to say, Moon, I have a simple question to ask you. And I
Address.
need you to answer yes or no. Moon, do you have any hearing deficiency that I need to know about?
Hearing deficiency?
Yes.
No.
No. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now that you've confirmed that, you stupid fuck, you said adjuster. I'm going to keep playing this, to which you say addresser. Hold.
Adjuster.
Shut
Adjuster. What
the
is an
fuck
adjuster?
up. I'm not done. Let's keep going.
What is an adjuster? Tell me what an adjuster is.
Fucking damn it.
No, literally. Like, hold on. He's an addresser to the Trump administration.
Oh!
Like, Adjuster.
There it is.
Adjuster.
Adjuster and addresser. Exactly what I said.
Addresser.
And why did I say I laughed at you?
Like
Why did I say I laughed at you, Moon? Why did I say I laughed at you, Moon?
Hector, because you don't like me. That's why. Because I voted.
No,
for
I
John.
don't like you because you're a fucking moron. But why did I say I laughed at you?
Because you said you thought I said adjuster.
You fucking did. I just played it. Why else did I say I laughed at
Play
you?
it back.
I literally just played it back. What the fuck are we talking about? I just played it back. We all heard it. You said adjuster, and then you said addresser.
No, dude. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say two things: addresser, and then I'm gonna say adjuster. Play it back, and let's hear it.
Chat, put a 1 in the chat if my gas is being lit. Put a 2 in the chat if not.
Adjust what, Hector?
Put a 1 in the chat if my gas is being lit.
Hector, adjust what?
Put a 2 in the chat if I'm not. Because I think I was very patient. I think I've been very nice. I think I was doing my best. And now I feel like you're playing in my fucking face.
Didn't he say adjuster and addresser?
Literally after.
No,
I just played it.
Yeah, you did.
I just played it, Erica. We
addresser
all fucking heard
for
it.
the Trump administration, meaning that he's a little playboy for the Trump administration. I don't like Stephen Miller. I've said it time and time again.
An advisor
What a little playboy
isn't a
is.
playboy.
What, Hector? This is what I'm trying to figure out. If I said adjuster, what is Stephen Miller's job to adjust then? If I said adjust.
An adjuster isn't an advisor.
I said an addresser. Like an addresser, an advisor.
You said both. An adjuster
No, I didn't say
isn't
both.
an
I only said one
advisor.
word.
You know what? Shut up. If you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday after 3 p.m. CST and randomly throughout the week. Also, continue to share out your live with your friends and family. Repost, add to your story. Knock out the finger heart goals. We have 35 more of those to go. Please make sure we take care of Erica as well. Let's get her above 3,000. Fuck that. Let's get Erica above 4,000 coins. Now this motherfucker's fucking me up. Let's get Erica above 4,000 coins. Please make sure you're taking care of her while she's here, and her links are in the bio as well. If you click on my name in the top left corner, you're going to see a C2 gift gallery. If you guys would like to knock out the great gifts in that gallery to support the Ashwagandha Fund, because this guy is really testing my patience, I would greatly appreciate it. And the best way to support the Ashwagandha Fund is the links in the bio. Whether you want to donate directly to the Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo, Hector Talks with 2 R's and Cash App and Venmo, PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's, 50 specifically for the goal above you, because I've about fucking had it here. You can also follow the other social media platforms, such as YouTube, that we'll do a streaming to right now, or Instagram, where I post the videos I put here, joining the Discord community, to which we're over 700 members strong, or getting yourself some merchandise from the shop, hectorshops.com with 2 R's, where you can get this shirt right here. Make 2 + 2 = 4 again, because this motherfucker thinks it's 5. My favorite shirt on that shop says it's okay to call people stupid, and I wish I was wearing it right now, because this guy is stupid! Thank you so much, Raven. Those of you over on the YouTube side, please make sure you hit the like button on the stream, subscribe, and turn on notification bells, and you may send a super chat or a super sticker. Back to you, stupid. So,
Hector,
yes.
do you have to play the replay of you playing the replay of him saying adjuster and addresser?
Apparently,
is that what you have to do?
Apparently, I have to play the replay of that too.
Gee, good grief, bro.
Hey, Moon, do you want me to play it again?
Run it.
Do you want me to run it? Okay. Do you want to put money on it?
Oh, we can tell.
Do you want to put money on it?
Your little friends down in the comments.
Yeah. Do you want to put money on it?
Actually, Erica, run it.
Do you want to put money on it?
I'll mute.
Do you want to put money on it? I know you have a comprehension problem because you literally speak over us. You don't hear shit. Hey, it is a willful comprehension problem. Let me be clear. Do you want to put money on it?
We can.
How much you want to put?
What do you want to put, bro? Like, it's not like I'm not trying to make you lose money because I didn't say adjuster.
No, don't worry about my money. How much you want to put?
All right, yeah. Let's run it.
How much you want to put on it?
No, Hector, you are calling the bet. Place the bet.
Okay.
Place the bet, Hector.
50. Let's do 50.
Oh, well, I'm cool with 50.
You cool with 50?
That's an even bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my bet is that you said adjuster and addresser. That's my bet. Do you agree to the terms?
And my bet is that I said that Stephen Miller is a dresser for the Trump administration, meaning that he addresses.
Don't add the meaning. We're only worried about the words. I don't care about the meaning. We're only worried about the meaning. Okay.
What is he going to adjust their opinion?
So my side is that you said adjuster and addresser. Your side is that you said addresser, only addresser, which would imply that you did not say adjuster, correct?
I never said adjuster.
Thank you.
No.
Do you agree to the terms of the bet for $50 to the links in my bio, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Hector Talks with 2 R's on Cash App and Venmo, PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's, that you never said adjuster, and my contention is that you did say adjuster and addresser afterwards?
Okay, yeah, but like, here's the thing.
I just need a yes. I just need a clear yes for the terms, okay? Because the second you virtually shake on it, the bet's on, I play that clip.
Well, here's the thing, Hector. Like, what happens when your friends say that I said it?
I need you to hear it.
Can we find
I need you to hear it. This isn't based off the chat. This is based off of you and me.
No, shake, because I never said adjuster. I never said adjuster.
Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on, virtually shake on it. I don't need to see your face. Turn your camera on and virtually shake on it. Turn your camera on. Let me make sure I get a screenshot of your profile because the last guy ran. Let me make sure I have this information on hand. Got it. Did you do it? Did you turn your camera on?
I think I did. Got it?
Your camera's not on. Does he even have camera access? Do people with 187 followers have camera access? You were sent an invite to turn your camera on.
500.
You have 187 followers. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, this is
okay, I just need your verbal confirmation that you shaked on it.
No, look. I never said adjuster.
Okay, I need your verbal confirmation so I can start this clip.
Okay.
Okay. Got you. Hold, please. Maybe it's the baldness, but y'all really think you can play me, and I don't appreciate it. It's cool.
No, bro, I'm not trying to play you or anything. I'm just saying. Like,
really quickly. W's in the chat to Dwayne's World 1649 for the $2 super chat. Caller, just admit you're wrong, dipshit. I'm just a messenger, but I agree. W's in the chat to Miss Donna for the $5 super chat. Lord have mercy. If listening to respond was a person, Moon wins. My list is getting too long. Jesus definitely didn't die for these people. Miss Donna, better be careful. That may be blasphemous. I don't know. Y'all tell me. That may be blasphemous, but W's in the chat to you, Miss Donna.
Oh, is there any way?
Let's put it up. Let me put it up.
Is there any way we can put like the commentary on with it?
Like captions? Is that you want captions on?
Yeah, just to see what.
Sure. I'll see if it generates the captions. I can do that. Hi, Queen. Thank you so much for the love you give. W's to Queen. W's the Queen. Yeah. I got you. I'll get that going. No problem. Hold on. No problem. So let me move this. Let me move this around here. Okay. And let's find the captions part.
Wait, Erica, do you want to drop like 50 on it real quick?
Captions unavailable. Yeah, I can't. Captions are unavailable. So you're just going to have to listen really closely. And since you confirmed earlier that you do not have a hearing problem, it should be easy to hear. So let's go back. Okay? Let me turn this up.
Before do you want to drop like 50 on it? Aggressive?
Captions unavailable. I'm sorry, bro. Captions are unavailable. I'm sorry. Do you want to put another 50 on it and bring Erica into it? Is that what you want to do? 50 to her, 50 to me? Is that what you want to do?
I want Erica to drop 50 on it because she was a part of it. She called me out, so drop 50.
Erica,
I want $100, bro.
Erica, this is all you.
Sure.
Hundo, that's real quick money, bro.
So if you lose $100, 50 to me,
Erica.
50 to Erica. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And since you confirmed earlier that you
Heck, where you find these people, bro?
And how he wants his immigration. You can bring up every
God
other,
bless you,
Hannah. You can bring up every other administration that you W Swan, thank you so much for the finger heart. Let you guys know that doesn't work well over here. Is enough to say
part of a question, really.
He is the architect of Donald Trump's mass deportation policy. That's who Stephen Miller is. Stephen Miller is the one, as Hector was asking.
Okay, right about there. Right about there.
It's so crazy how uninformed that you all are about these matters.
No power.
What power does Stephen Miller have at the
close?
Stephen Miller for your answers?
Who is Steve Miller? Who is? Okay, right there. Moon, are you listening? Okay. Moon, are you listening?
I don't even have to listen because I know what I said.
No, I don't want to hear that bullshit. Are you listening? I need you to listen closely.
I just want you to be reasonable right
now.
now.
I'm being reasonable by making sure that you hear this.
Right now,
is your volume up at 100%?
It's up.
Okay, all right. So here's what's going to happen now. Everyone shuts the fuck up. I'm about to mute my mic. I don't want to hear any background noise, nothing. I want you to only listen to the audio coming from this shit right here. And I want you to listen very closely. Cool. Okay. So if if Steve Bannon,
you're gonna go look to Stephen Miller for your answers.
Who is Steve Miller? Who is Stephen Miller?
Because I don't agree with.
Who is Stephen Miller?
Stephen Miller.
Who is Stephen Miller?
Just because I'm a Republican and I
Who is
vote
Stephen
for
Miller?
Trump doesn't mean I have to agree with Stephen.
No one said you
Miller.
do. Who is Stephen Miller?
He's an adjuster for the Trump administration.
Moon?
Okay, I'm gonna say it. Adjuster. I'm gonna say adjuster.
Moon, what did you just say up here?
Okay, hold on.
Moon, what did you just say up here?
Hear me out, Hector.
Moon, what did you just say in the clip?
Adjuster. He's an adjuster. And I said, he's an addresser.
Moon, what did you just say in the clip I just played?
An addresser. He's an addresser for
you said addresser in the clip I just played? You said addresser in the clip I just played?
Yes. Why would I say adjuster? It doesn't make sense.
Let's do it again. Let's do it. Yeah. I know how much nonsense it makes. Let's do it again. Hey,
you can claim all day that
here we go again. Here we go again.
And what he has to say has nothing to do with Stephen Miller.
What was my question?
Stephen Miller shouldn't even be a part of a question. Really. He has nothing to do with it.
Okay. So if Steve Bannon,
you're gonna go look to Stephen Miller for your answers.
Who is Steve Miller? Who is Stephen Miller?
Because I don't agree with.
Who is Stephen Miller?
Stephen Miller.
Who is Stephen Miller?
Just because I'm a Republican and I
Who is
vote
Stephen
for Trump
Miller?
doesn't mean I have to agree with Stephen.
No one said you
Miller.
do. Who is Stephen Miller?
He's an adjuster for the Trump administration.
Did you just say adjuster or addresser, Moon?
Addresser. Addresser.
Give me my fucking money. Give me my fucking money. I don't want to hear shit else. Give me my fucking money. Give me my fucking money. I just played it again. Give me my fucking money. I just played it again.
Adjuster,
hold on. Palpable. How did you do that? Because he was asking for the captions. How did you do that? Because I can't, on YouTube it says closed captions unavailable. Is that what you did on TikTok? I'll put the captions up. Let me know how you did that, please.
Addresser, like address what? Like
never mind. I'll just show him. I got it. Thank you. I'll just show you. No. Shut up. So we have people here who are who have what you call it?
Caption.
Like hearing impaired, right? So they have caption options, and I just got a screenshot of it. Here we go. Here's the captions. Here's the captions, and I want you to read it. Okay? I want you to fucking read it. I want you to read that. I want you to read that. Read it out loud. Read it out loud right now. Invite you to unmute. Read it. You asked for captions. Here they are.
Stephen Miller shouldn't even be a part of a question. Really? Yes. Nothing to do it. Like this is why. Okay. So going on. Okay. So if Stephen Miller looked to Stephen Miller for.
You're not even reading what's actually there. You're adding words. You're adding words. Okay, follow along with me. Stephen Miller shouldn't even be a part of a question. Really? Fuck it. I'm going to say the damn parentheses, commas, everything. Stephen Miller shouldn't even be a part of a question, comma. Really? Question mark. Yes, comma. Nothing to do with it. Period. Okay. Period. So if so, comma. So if Steve looked to Stephen Miller for your answers, comma, who is Stephen Miller, comma, I don't agree with, comma, who is Stephen, comma, Miller, comma, Stephen Miller, who is Stephen Miller, question mark. Just because I'm a Republican doesn't mean I have to agree with still. Period. No one said you do. Period. Who is Stephen Miller? Question. He, comma, he's an adjuster for the Trump administration, period. Parentheses, I forgot the specific bracket for that one, laughter, end of it. There's your captions. The captions you asked for. You said, can we do it with captions? And now the captions are there. Adjuster's right there. I played the clip twice. There's the captions. You said adjuster. Run me my motherfucking money.
Crazy.
Run me my money, bro.
Adjuster.
Run me my money, bro.
Crazy. I never said adjuster.
You literally did, as the audio and the captions of said audio proved. You said, play the clip, and you said, give me the captions. I have done both twice at this point. You give me my fucking money.
Let's be real. What adjusting?
Listen, I don't give a fuck what you applied it to. I don't care what you meant. I only care about what you said. You said adjuster. Give me my money. Give me my money. Give Erica her money. Hector Talks with 2 R's, Cash App and Venmo, PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. You can hit up Erica, everything with Erica, and everything with Erica 9 specifically on Zelle. Erica does not have a Cash App. If you would like to send the entire 100 to me at Hector Talks with 2 R's on Cash App, do so. I will split it between me and Erica. Thank you, Pedro, for the star, Matt Polaris. Where's my fucking money? No. Unmute now. Unmute now. Where's my money?
Adjust what, Hector?
I don't fucking know. Ask yourself that question after you pay me my money. Ask yourself that question after you run me my money. Why did I, a stupid motherfucker, come up on this panel and say he's an adjuster? That is a you problem to work out. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with Erica. Run me my money. Run me my money. I don't know. Run me my money.
But I'll address.
Run me my money. Run me my money. Run me my money. From this point on, until you inevitably run like the bitch you are, your only job is to run me my money. We will continue this conversation when I hear a cha-ching notification from my Cash App link. You can send the entire 100 to my Cash App, okay? Here's what I'm going to do. I just turned up my notification volume.
Call me a bitch.
I just turned up my notification volume. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to participate with your kinks. I just turned up my notification volume. So once I get that ding, you're going to hear it in this microphone. And then we can carry on or you can run. I could care less. Run me and Erica my motherfucking money.
We're going to adjust you.
This is hilarious. Also kind of sad.
Really is sad.
You heard it like 4 times, bro. I don't even know what we're doing here anymore. But anywho, You got to be the most articulate person that Hector and I have ever spoken to. Like, absolutely just amazing. Oh, I missed this. Can I say two thank yous?
Yes.
Thank you. Vicky, thank you, love, for the $10 over on the Venmo. Vicky said, listening to you school EK yesterday was amazing. It's always fun. It is always fun. EK is such a crybaby. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate you, friend. And Jenna, thank you for the 5. Jenna said the cognitive dissonance with this guest is wild. I don't know how you deal with these maggots anymore for the ibuprofen fun. Bet. Thank you. I appreciate you, love. Draw some hearts in the chat. Draw some hearts in the chat for Jenna. And Lacey, thank you for the $1. Do you say anything? Lacey said, ask this guy how many people he knows that would spend 3 to 5. Oh, I'm sorry. This was super early. I apologize for missing this. Oh, yeah. He wouldn't have an answer for that. He'd probably just say is what he said, unfalsifiable. He'll just say that. But thank you, Lacey. I appreciate you. What are we doing here, Hector?
It just
What's
dinged.
happening?
It just dinged, but that ding wasn't from a white boy named Moon. That ding was for Queen V. Lee. W's to you for the $15 Cash App. I will call Moon a bitch. And you can call him all the bitch you want to. Have fun, Queen V. Lee. I will do the same. W's in the chat to you. Because apparently I'm not going to get my money, so we'll get it another way. Hey, Moon, I haven't heard that ding yet. You want to make that ding happen? You want to make that ding happen really quickly? You want to hit up them links?
What? Because I'm gonna adjust.
You want to hit up that link? You want to hit up that link?
Am I gonna adjust you?
You can adjust whatever you want in your dreams, buddy. W's in the chat to Dwayne for the $2 super chat. Cough up the 100 caller. Yep, we're waiting, Dwayne. We're waiting, Dwayne. Give me my money, bro. Let me play some hold music. Give me a second. Let me get y'all some hold music. Okay. We'll do it. No problem. No problem.
I'm broke. I can't pay you. I can't pay you.
Where's my money? Where's my money?
I'm sorry, Hector. I'm sorry, Erica. I'm broke. I can't adjust my... Sorry, Erica. I can't adjust my bank account because I'm an adjuster. I'm broke.
Did you just say he's broke?
Yeah.
I'm an adjuster. I'm an adjuster.
Cool.
I
Call your
can't
mom.
adjust my bank account.
Call your mom right now.
I'm an adjuster for
Call
the
your mom
Trump
right now.
administration.
Put it on the line. That means you got my
things.
money. Call your
I
mom.
adjust things
Give me my money, bro.
because I'm an adjuster.
Yeah, you can adjust $100 to my links.
I'm an adjuster.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah. You can go ahead. You can go ahead and
adjust it.
adjust $100 to my links.
Hey, but that's cool. Erica, keep muted.
You made that adjustment yet? I'm waiting on the notification here. The last one was 4 minutes ago from Queen Queen for the 15.
Yeah,
I'm waiting on that
broke,
adjustment.
remember? I'm
Yeah,
broke.
no, you're not. You got it, bro.
No, I'm broke.
You got it, bro. You got it, bro. Waiting on that adjustment.
That's my name. I'm an
Waiting on that
adjuster.
adjustment. Okay. I'm
an
gonna give you one last chance because your next method of payment is gonna be very humiliating. Okay, so I'm gonna give you one last chance to pay the 100. Otherwise, we're gonna move on to your alternative method of payment. Okay, one more chance. Hit up the link in the bio before we move on to your alternative method of payment.
Do you want an adjuster to pay you?
Okay, got you. So, I need you to call your mom.
Adjuster?
I need you to call your mom.
Dude, I'm an
And
adjuster.
I need you to tell her that I'm a stupid little broke bitch who makes bets allegedly with money that I don't have, and I need to get a quick loan so I can pay this person $100. Call your mom. Thank you so much, Palpable, for this information, because I didn't know how to do the settings from here. Oh, you're doing this from the phone. I got you. Thank you. Thank you, Palpable. I appreciate that. Thank you for the captions. W Palpable for the captions. All of the captions and the screenshot I just showed you, she put it in the live chat of the Discord. Those of you in the Discord, it's all there. It's all there. So let me give you your script, okay? This is your method of payment. Hi, Mom. Moon here. I need you to send me $100. Reason being, I had the audacity to come up on a TikTok panel with a person far more educated, two people far more educated than I am, and contest something that I said. These two individuals decided to play the clip back multiple times and even went as far as to give me the captions for my own words that I specifically requested in the bet. Now, because I'm a broke bitch who don't have the money, allegedly, can you give it to me? I need you to call your mom, and I need you to deliver that message so I can get my money.
Okay, I will do. Sorry about that.
Right
Sorry,
here.
I'm an adjuster.
Right now.
I'm an adjuster.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't
have
care about
money
none of
in
that. The
my-
next words I need to hear is "Hi, Mom" or "Cha-ching" to the links. That's all I need to hear. I gave you the script. I told you what you need to say. So the only two options, the only two things I need to hear, is "Hi, Mom" or "Cha-ching." That's it. That's all I need to hear. W's in the chat. To Emily for the $5 Venmo. Moon is such a little bitch boy. Pay up, bitch. Thank you so much. WCU. Yeah, she's not on the other line. You can stop that. You can stop that. You know what? This you have a fucking humiliation king, don't you? I think that's what this is. Remember earlier when I first called him a bitch and the man kept saying, "Yeah, call me a bitch." You guys remember that? I can play that back too. You guys remember that? I think you have a humiliation kink. And my question is why? Oh yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's already being tracked. Don't worry about that. I got it. My question is why, Moon? Play it back after you. Okay, got it. My question is why, Moon? God damn it, Shauna. My question is why? Why, Moon?
Because I'm a bitch, remember?
I mean, I know that, but
Oh my God.
There has to be more than that. So, Moon, I want to give you one last chance.
Because I'm
I
a
want to give
bitch.
you
I'm
one
an adjuster.
last chance.
God bless you.
W's in the chat to Riri Koo 92 for the $2 super chat. Tell him address and adjust these nuts. I'm sure he wants to. W's in the chat to you. Thank you so much for your support. So again, one last time, I want to give you one last chance. Hit up Erica's links or send it all to me and I'll send it over to her. $100. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to hear that cha-ching. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Sent you an invite to unmute. You got my money?
No.
Where's my money?
My brown, bro.
God bless you.
Where's my money, bro? So you're calling your mom or you're going to a street corner? Are you calling your mom or are you going to a street corner?
She's bad too.
Maybe your mom's too busy in church. There's a street corner you can go to. What are you rocking? 3 inches, 3.5? If you got 3.5, you could probably get 75 and a half.
Because that's another hour and a half of the last 10 hours. How we doing it? How we doing it?
I have a screenshot mods. Make sure you get some extra ones for the clip. W's in the chat to Shauna for the 35 Venmo. Why do brokies do this? Big W's in the chat to Shauna. Big W's in the chat to Shauna. W's in the chat to Marcus for the 15. Here's 15 to get rid of this bitch. W's in the chat to Marcus. Big W's in the chat to Marcus. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Guys. I need to see at least 100 W's. 100 W's over here and on YouTube to Kitty for the $100 Venmo. Since Moon's bitch ass won't pay up, can't fix stupid. Please split with the amazingly gorgeous Erica. I got you, Kitty. I need to see 100 fucking W's in the chat for Kitty. 100 fucking W's in the chat for Kitty, who appears
Shout out
to be.
Kitty. Thank you.
Actually, I'm not even gonna say what you look like. I'm not sure. All I know is Kitty is.
Is he handsome?
Kitty handsome.
Is he single?
Kitty handsome.
Is he single?
She.
Is she?
I thought you were
It's
making
a
a joke
lady?
with the handsome.
Oh, is it a lady? Yes. Gosh darn nabbit. Oh, it's Kitty. I thought it was Kenny. Let me turn my phone up. Shout out to you, Kitty.
I thought you were joking. W's in the chat to Kitty. W's in the chat to Kitty. Kitty stepped up when a broke white fuck couldn't. Kitty stepped up when a broke white fuck couldn't. W's in the chat to you. W's in the
I'm
chat
just
to you.
saying. My mama said a closed mouth don't get fed. You gotta ask questions. You
Guys-
want to know the answer?
I just want to let y'all know. I've been doing this for a year and a half. I probably made 30 to 40 bets total in the entire time I've done this with Trump supporters. Every single time. Well, actually, what's funny is that for the most part, and Erica can tell you too, for the most part, once we say put money on it, they start to, well, I said this, walk it back, all this stuff. The rhetoric changes drastically. And for the most part, we don't actually get to the bet. But every now and then we do. No more than 30, 40 bets I've made on this app the entire time I've been doing this. And every single time, we'll get to you 1 second, great. Every single time we prove them wrong, they run or they do that bullshit he just did. Every fucking time. They run or they do that bullshit. Absolutely ridiculous. But thank you, Moon. You're my next clip. How many of you guys saw my last bet? That was literally last month. How many of you guys saw that clip? Go watch it. Because you know what's funny about that? I'm gonna let y'all in on something. What's funny about that is that he bet me $100, didn't pay up, ran. He's currently still getting dragged in the comment section of that video. It wasn't Popcorn. I know Popcorn does like the bet though. And the funny thing about me being in the Creator Awards program, because that's one of the ways I can continue to do this platform, is that video paid me. So thank you to every single one of you who watched that video and made me the $200 I made off of it, because he couldn't fucking pay his 100. Big W's to you guys. This next one's gonna compensate me too. Fucking trolls. Guys, if you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. Please make sure we take care of Erica. Links are also available in the bio. Knock out the gift goal. Share out the live with your friends and family. Send your daily heart me's. Check out the links for also the shop, the Discord, all that shit. YouTube, like, super chat, blah. Great. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, but why did you call him a broke white bitch?
Because
Why
he
does
was
it,
broke.
what does that have to do with race?
He was white and he was acting
Yeah,
like a
but
bitch.
Why does it?
Oh
why do you
no,
have to bring up
Hector.
his race?
You mentioned race. Oh
What
no,
kind of
you
racist,
mentioned
don't you
race.
think?
Oh no.
What do you mean?
What if
race,
someone said
What do you mean
broke,
race doesn't have to do with anything?
black bitch? Would you consider that racist?
If a broke black man who I would call a bitch for not honoring his Jews came up here and bet me $100 just to play me like a fiddle, I would say, you broke black bitch.
Oh, okay. So you just say it
Tap 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 the screen,
doesn't
y'all.
make a difference.
W's in the chat to Miss Donna for the $5
Black or
cash
white,
app.
right?
Erica, Zell didn't work. I got you. So Erica, I gotta send you 55. Okay, got you. W's in the chat to you.
Okay,
Thank you so
dokie.
much, Miss Donna. Anyways, you voted
Thanks,
for
Mama
Donald
Donna.
Trump. Do you regret your vote?
No, why would I regret it?
I can give you several reasons as to why you should. It's actually pretty easy, barely an inconvenience. Would you like to hear one?
I mean, that's your opinion. Sure, go ahead.
No, I'm not going to tell you my opinion on why you shouldn't support Trump. I'm going to tell you something that I would argue should be an objective fact. Should be. For example, Donald Trump ran off of no new wars. There's a specific clip that he posted in 2013 in a little interview that he had in his office or whatever, where he was talking about if the president, referring to Obama at the time, gets into a war with Iran, it is because he is a weak president who can't negotiate a deal. Not only did he say this, but he reiterated it several times on the platform formerly known as Twitter, now X. And then on his 2016, 2017, and even going into his last campaign, he ran off of no new wars, no regime changes. Regime change specifically, he ran off of heavily in his first term. Regime change of the past. It has never went well for us. We're wasting money overseas. We need to put that money back here. Okay? Am I lying about his campaign being that?
Well, his first term,
It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question.
No, it's not.
Anything I just say about how he ran his campaign is lie.
No, sure, he didn't lie.
It wasn't about him. It's about me. Did I just lie on how I
you
talked about his campaign?
absolutely lied.
What did I lie about?
100%.
What did I lie about?
Because Trump unalived an Iranian general in his first term.
Yeah,
so he didn't
I never
change
said
his,
he. I
he
never said he
changed his
unalived.
position on
I
Iran.
never said so. I couldn't have lied about bringing up
So is that an
the
act of
unaliving
war,
of Iranian
unaliving
general.
the general?
Hey, I know you
Is
have a
that an
tracking
act of
problem.
war?
I know you have a tracking problem. I couldn't have
You
lied
just won't answer
on
the
something
question.
that I never said. I can't answer your false premise. I can't lie on something I never said. I never
we're
said
going
that.
to start no new wars. You said he lied about that, right?
I said Donald Trump ran off of no new wars, specifically in the 2024 election. I then added that to the regime change rhetoric of no regime changes of the past. I specified that he said it heavy in his first term and somewhat reflected it on his 2024 campaign trail. Okay? That is what Donald Trump said. Everything I'm saying is what Donald Trump said and ran.
Did he
off of.
unalive a general in his first term? Iranian
Fast
general,
forward
yes or no?
to July of 2025 when he struck Iran, but it's not a war. That's not a war, right?
Did he unalive
He did this all
the
under the
Iranian
premise of
general in
nuclear
his first term,
extinction
yes
and
or no?
uranium enrachment. Fast
Look, you
forward
just
to
won't answer
February
the question 'cause
28th,
you're getting dog walked.
2026. He struck
You're a
Iran
clown,
on a
bro.
Saturday morning, roughly around 1 to 2 a.m., depending on your time period. And we have currently been at war with them since, which we're going on now 2 months. So, I think an objective fact is that Donald Trump ran off of no new wars, specifically in the 2024
correct,
election,
sir.
and then started a war with Iran.
No. Did he unalive a general in his first term? An Iranian general? Yes or no?
I believe he did.
Oh, and is that considered an act of war against Iran?
No.
Can be.
It can be.
It
So
is
then
extremely
what's the
subjective,
new war you're
but it's
talking
not.
about? Because if he already
I said it
did
can
an act
be.
No,
of
it's
war
not.
against
Let
Iran
me
in
help
his
you out.
first
Let
term,
me help
which
you out.
one
Let
would
me
be
help
the
you
new?
out, stupid. Let me help you out, stupid. It can
Confused.
be
What?
based off the actions that take place after. If we proceed, or Iran chose to retaliate, and then we got to boots on the ground or response such as them holding up the Strait of Hormuz, then things like that can contribute to a war. Those things didn't happen. I do not believe the response from Iran was to the same degree of the response that they had in 2026 after our attacks on February the 28th. So I said it can be based off of, if you could shut the fuck up long enough, the response that came from Iran, and then the response that America would have, how America would have responded in kind. Those things did not take place. So therefore, you can't
They attacked the
constitute
U.S.
that as
base
a war.
in the first term.
And then what else happened? Because
And then they
they've been
tried to
attacking
unalive
bases, and
Donald
they've
Trump.
hit a base, and all
They
these
tried
different
to
things.
unalive.
Yes, Erica.
Tried to
So
unalive
hold
a
on.
president.
Excuse me. One moment. One moment, sir. Did they attack a U.S. base before or after Soleimani was unalived?
After.
It was okay after. So
Yeah.
why are you even trying to use that as
Because they
reasoning? It doesn't make any
retaliated
sense
against.
if it's a retaliation. That means that something was done to them first,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Okay, then. So there's that part. It makes no sense why you even mention it. So
What do you mean? Of
we
course it makes
unalived
sense.
we unalived their general We unalived their general because of information that the United States had that they were planning attacks on U.S. embassies. I haven't yet to see that intelligence, by the way. We have no proof of it, but that's what we did. All right, because they were calling him an imminent threat. It's the same reasoning that Obama used when al-Awlaki, I think that's how you pronounce it, was unalived. And so I get it. I understand why Soleimani was unalived. I totally get it, right? But that was not an act of war. That simply was not an act of war.
Setting up unaliving Donald Trump is not an act of war.
So why didn't in 2020 when they bombed Al-Assad Air Force Base in Iraq, why didn't the United States respond then? If it was war and they retaliated, then why didn't we respond?
Which one?
I just told you. I literally gave you the date and I also gave you the base.
Which one was it? Say it again.
Are you not tracking the conversation?
I didn't hear what you said.
Okay. I said,
here's the problem.
If we had committed an act of war on them, there's no problem here. The only problem is that you're not listening, bro. Like, listen, I'm repeating the question for you.
You still haven't answered my question. Did they try to unalive Donald Trump? Yes or no? Did they try to plan to unalive Trump?
I am answering your question here.
Where's the answer? Did they try to unalive a president?
The question that I asked you,
the question I asked you first, is did they try to unalive Trump? If this was an act of war,
and is that considered because we killed their general and they responded by striking an Air Force base, right? Why didn't we respond to Iran?
We had sanctions. Now, the question I have for you is why didn't
we had sanctions in 2020?
Is an act of war when Iran tried to plan to unalive our president? Is that considered an act of war? Yes or no?
I don't think that's considered an act of war. It's an act of aggression, but not an act of war.
Unaliving our president?
Did they unalive him? I think he's still walking around.
Did you even know that? Did you even read the documents about that?
Yes, this was something he parroted around in the 2020.
No, not parroted around. What do you mean? Him parroting around, or is it actually factual?
I'm answering your goddamn question. This is something that the Trump administration parroted around in his 2024 campaign. That there was an attempt to unalive him from someone who's affiliated with the IRGC. Yes.
So I would consider that an act of war.
But did they make the attempt?
Unaliving our
The U.S. did not respond to Iran as if that attack or that attempt was an act of war. We did not respond in a warlike fashion. Act of war. I don't give a fuck about your consideration.
So there you go.
The president
didn't care enough. About what you
the president didn't care enough.
A new war then. How about that?
This is what you're missing. I didn't say it was a new war. Your president said it. Hegseth said it. Republicans said it. You can sit here and contest me, my position and opinions. I just want to make something super duper, this fucking camera, super duper clear. This is the words of your president. Every fucking thing that I mentioned is what he said and what he confirmed it to be, not my positions and opinions, including the fact that he wouldn't start any new wars.
He said this is a new war. He said this is a brand new war.
He said this is what happens in war. When he was referenced to the casualties, when he referenced the war in Iran, when he referenced
he's not talking about a new war,
they held it up. Excuse me?
This war has been going on in his first term with Iran.
You fucking moron.
You're the moron because you don't understand that he attacked an Iranian general. They've been going back and forth since his first term. Even Biden was going.
Not every act. Hey, does every act of aggression make?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Does every act of aggression constitute a war? Does any and every attack, an act of aggression, make up a war? Because then I can go over several countries that we would be in war with.
He left.
Of course
he left. But scoot your thingy over because you're off center.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Trump supporters request up in the box. You have a demographic. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. You guys are fucking stupid, man. Absolute fucking buffoons. All right, let me move this around.
Because if we're using his logic didn't track. That's all I gotta say. It just wasn't consistent. But that's per usual. And then when we use their own words exactly how they were using them, then we're wrong. They can pick up the flaw in it when we say it, right? But they can't pick up the inconsistencies when they're spouting it. It's the oddest thing ever.
He literally tried to make it my opinion. All I did was quote Trump. It's so crazy. You guys can hear Trump's words, his own words from a different mouth, and just because it comes from a different mouth, he didn't say it. And then everything that Trump says is law. Fucking weird the way you guys worship this man. Jesus. Tony, did you vote for Trump?
I did.
And do you regret your vote?
Nope.
Is that
not one bit?
No, not one bit. Why is that?
Nope. Why don't I regret it? Well, I like the tax cuts. That's one thing. I like what he's doing in Iran. And he did run on, I quote, I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. They have to be stopped. And that's what he's doing.
So he ran off of something that contradicted the other thing he ran off of?
He stated publicly that he would bomb them, and he has.
So then he contradicted himself on the campaign trail.
Well, here's my take on it. Iran. No one wants war, but here's my take on it. Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. They would use it, or they would threaten to use it constantly. And you don't have uranium enriched to 60%, which is just weeks away from 90%, which is weapons grade, and buried underground.
By the way, he said this in his first campaign.
No, second.
Last October in Iraq, started ground, September 20th, 2017. This was...
Just type in, Trump says he'll bomb the shit out of Iran. I don't care. They've got to be stopped.
Yeah. That's what I did. This was his first campaign.
No, second. I heard it.
I have the... Okay.
Yeah, he did. But...
They've got to be stopped.
It's kind of like tomato. Tomorrow I'm going to blow up. These two people have different ways of speaking. See if you notice.
One word. Pretty straightforward.
I'm going to bomb the shit out of them.
So just in case, because you sound like
okay,
an
now
older guy.
You've got Kamala's clip.
Shut up. Just in case you can't see it clearly, because you sound like an older guy. I'm just going to zoom this really nice and big. Does that look like 2024 Trump to anyone?
No. Is that him in 2024?
No. He's clearly...
No, that's not
I
him.
didn't think so.
No.
But
he looks younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does look younger.
And I did date this as well before I looked at the clip.
And you know what?
27.
I could be wrong on that. I didn't think I was. And okay, I'll concede that. But the hell's that? But the point of it is they can't have a nuclear weapon. He's the only one with the stones to stop them. And I'm glad he's doing it.
They didn't.
Kamala certainly wouldn't do it. She'd enter into another JCPOA, which was garbage.
What was garbage about the JCPOA?
Well, number one, it sunsetted. And number two, they weren't abiding by it.
Yeah, that's what happens when you make deals, and they literally were.
And we gave them billions of dollars, lifted the sanctions. Remember the pallets of cash?
We did not give them billions of dollars. That is
Did you see the money that was transported at night by plane in cash, plus lifting the sanctions? Yes, that's billions of dollars.
What was that for?
I think you unfroze some money or something, but you don't fly it in the middle of the night.
That wasn't unfrozen money. They had their sanctions lifted. That was completely separate from the direct payment that they would have gotten from the United States. Why fly
the plane at night with pallets of cash?
I'd like to answer the question.
Yes.
Why do you have to do it like that?
Actually, hold on. W's in the chat to Emily for
can
the
it be a wire
$5
transfer?
Venmo.
Sir, please be quiet.
W's in the chat to Emily for the $5 Venmo. Is there a place we can dump all these stupid white mediocre men? They're all fucking terrible. I don't know. They can go off with Elon Musk when he figures out how to live on Mars. W's in the chat to you. Guys, the best ways to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Hector Talks with 2 R's on Cash App and Venmo, and PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. If you're over on the tube side, you may send a super chat or a super sticker. Let's get the likes up to 400K actually. 723 people in here. The likes have gotten a little bit slow. Keep double tapping. And please make sure sure we're taking care of Erica as well. Let's get her above 6,000 coins. And I would love to hear some thank yous from her, and the link's in the bio, because she's been cooking and she's about to cook some more. Sorry, go ahead, Erica.
So to answer the question, we made an arms deal back in 1979 with the Iranian government that we never paid on. And so the direct payment that you speak of was for that plus interest. Additionally, the reason why it had to be flown, and it doesn't matter if it was the daytime, the afternoon, the evening, or in the dead of night, it doesn't matter when it happened. The reason why it happened is because of the sanctions and that Iran could not participate in world banks. So a wire transfer or EFT, it would have been a wire transfer because of the amount, all right, was not allowed. It wasn't something that could be done. So they did have to fly the money to Iran in order for them to actually receive it. So that's what that was for. Instead of just looking at, oh, the US sent the money, all right, see why we did it, all right, and then the how. All right. And and to answer the idiot in the chat who is too afraid to request up, because guess what? Hector doesn't do dinos and galaxies to drop people over here, but I bet you won't get in the box piece. All right. The reason why Biden didn't reach a deal is because Biden wanted to keep the sanctions on Iran. And the only way that Iran would actually do a deal with the Biden administration for a new JCP, well, for the US to come back into the JCPOA, all right, was to have the sanctions removed. And Biden said no. So there's that part.
Okay, I was talking about Obama, and Hector said it wasn't billions of dollars. It is billions of dollars.
It was $1.7 billion.
No, I'm not talking about the plane flight. I'm talking about lifting the sanctions. How much money do you think that resulted in?
You said the plane flight. It
I
wasn't
mentioned the plane
billions of
flight, and I
dollars that we
mentioned
sent over on a plane.
and I mentioned
follow the backup,
lifting
guys. Follow the backup.
sanctions.
I was talking about the plane. You literally mentioned the plane. I'm aware of the sanctions and what that would have equated to.
What does it equate to?
I believe the number is roughly, if you cover for inflation and everything, couple billion. That was not your point. You said we sent them billions of dollars on a plane. Not to mention lifting sanctions isn't sending them money as well. You specified billions sent on the plane. You said plane, billions. Please, I just made a bet with a Trump supporter where I had to play back the clip and he still played around. I know he mentioned the sanctions. That's not what I'm saying. I know he mentioned the sanctions, but he specified, he said we sent them billions of dollars.
Right after I said sanctions, you said that's
and then
not
you said the
billions of
sanctions.
dollars.
No, it wasn't the sanctions, my guy.
Yeah, if you play it back, you'll hear yourself say it.
Can we please just move on? And it wasn't US money in regards to those sanctions, of course. It was Iran's money.
Thank you.
All right. And with it being Iran's money, okay, what would be your point? Trump just lifted sanctions off of Iran. He also lifted sanctions off of Russia. All right. So thank you, Ms. Fucci. Thank you, love.
Here's my
so
point.
what would be your point?
My overarching point is Iran uses its money to fund terrorist organizations. The
So do we.
biggest world sponsor, state sponsor of terror in the world. Hezbollah, Houthis, Hamas. No, I don't think we do.
Yeah, the United States military is the biggest terroristic organization in the world. So there's that part. All right, get to it.
You need to move somewhere else.
No, I'm going to stay right here.
The military is what's keeping you safe, honey.
You sure? You think that's what it is, but sure. Go on.
Yeah, well, I support what he's
When
doing.
you say that the Houthis and Hezbollah and whatever other group you want to name, don't you think that they believe that they're keeping their people safe also?
I don't think they're keeping the people safe. I don't think.
I don't care what you think. It's not about what you think. It's about what they think, because you think as an American that the American military is keeping us safe, all right, and these terrorist groups, all right, I would say that they think that they're keeping their people safe also.
Well, in Lebanon, they don't even want Hezbollah in it. That was a statement made 2 or 3 weeks ago. They don't want it. They don't want Hezbollah there.
I don't want the
Because
U.S. military here. So there's that part. I think you have to understand what's actually being said to you. All right. Whether we agree with it or not, all right. The point is that they're all terroristic groups who have a fundamental belief that they are, in fact, protecting the people of their nation. Whether the people agree with it or not makes no difference.
I would disagree with that. I don't think that they're doing this to protect the people. I think they're doing it out of a religious, fanatic, theological basis. I think that's the reason they do what they do. I mean, they obviously don't care about their people. When they protested, they just killed 30,000 of them. Just no reason. Did you hear about the lady? She was killed protesting. Her brother.
I don't give a fuck about all the examples you can give of Iran harming its own citizens, because then I can follow up with all the instances where America has harmed citizens, specifically black people, to which you probably didn't give a fuck, and support some of the legislation and policies that was passed to ensure it wouldn't happen again. That's not the fucking point. The fucking point that you were trying to make is that Iran doesn't need to have nukes. They didn't have nukes. Our own intelligence wasn't able to substantiate the fact that they did. We had a deal under the Obama administration. You think it's shit because you can't even articulate what was sent who and here and how, and the fact that we lifted sanctions on their own money, not sent them billions. And now here we are, no closer to being a safer United States from nuclear extension via Iran, since you believe that so much, because their enrichment has been 60%. And we keep pissing them off to where they're probably now actually confirmed by the new current head absolutely fucking want nukes. And we're getting further and further away from making any type of deal or plan of action because of the Trump administration's continuous aggression and rejection of the deals that they've put forward so far. You can sit here and say you support the actions in Iran, but it would be based off of a lie. You like being lied to. Don't know why. Figure that shit out on your own time.
I'm not sure why you, as an intelligent person, feel like you need to drop the F-bomb every 2 minutes.
Because I like to cuss. And cussing isn't a sign of a lack of intelligence.
It certainly is.
I'm sure you think so.
I know so.
You know so.
As an educator, I do know so.
As an educator, you know so. Yeah. Tell me what your basis is for cussing being a sign of low intelligence.
Well, because you probably can't think of a
can't. Oh, interesting. Hold on, Mr. Educator. I didn't think you were going to respond with hypotheticals and your personal opinions. I thought you were going to educate me from an educational perspective and position on how cussing equates to a lack of intelligence.
Find a better word.
Oh, so hold on. So the basis of your argument for not using the F-bomb, because if you do, it's a sign of a lack of intelligence, is just a preference for words. Is that what you're telling me? That's the basis of your argument?
I'm telling you that
of words? That's literally what you just said.
I'm telling you that
you just said you can use other words.
I do not think that you can think of a more precise word.
You do not think.
So you just
because I say
an angry person,
because I say damn, because I say shit, that means I can't possibly think of another word per your personal opinion and perspective. And you're only worried about the cuss words that I'm saying and ignoring everything else that's in the sentence and using that to determine a lack of intelligence.
1 point.
1 point. How does the cuss words that I've used negated anything else I said?
I just think it detracts from your platform.
I don't care what you think.
Personally,
I need you to tell me how did any of the curse words that I just used take away from the points that I made?
I think it muddles it.
You think it muddles it? Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
I do.
So my cuss words change history.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Do my cuss words change history?
You know, use them all you want.
Do my cuss words? No, you started this. You fucking opened this up. Now I'm going to finish it. My cuss words. Do my cuss words change history? Yes or no?
Let me tell you something.
Do my cuss words change history?
You're on the wrong side of history.
Yeah, I don't care what you say. Do my cuss words change history? That's what I need you to tell me. Does my cuss words change history? Do my cuss words mean that I didn't, that Obama didn't orchestrate the JCPOA alongside his administration? Do my cuss words give Iran more enrichment? Like, I need you to tell me how my cuss words reduce my intelligence. I need you to tell me how it negates anything that I've said. Go. Floor is yours. Waiting. You're right, Dwight. Cussing did not bother him when he voted for Trump. Fascinating.
I did talk to you one time, and we were
I don't care about
talking
previous
about
conversations.
Butler,
I don't give a shit about
turned
previous
his head, and
conversations. I don't give a shit about
asked,
previous
I said,
conversations. I need you to tell me how the cuss words that I use negated anything that I've said.
I think it's crude.
You think it's crude?
I think your language is crude.
Negate the
Yes.
points made?
To some degree.
To
I think
some
it
degree.
lowers.
It does.
lowers
It does. Got you.
my
Got you. Got you.
impression
Got you.
of your
So if I
intellectual
say,
ability.
got you. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. So if I say that Donald Trump is a convicted fucking felon with 34 fucking counts of fraud, falsifying business records, under the guise of not under the guise of falsifying business records, but for the purpose of paying Stormy Daniels hush money. Fuck. How does saying fuck negate everything else that I said?
Those weren't the felonies. What were the felonies is a non-disclosure agreement is not illegal. But what they did is they said they did it so that he would do better in the election. So they made it election interference, which made it a felony. For example,
Donald
Bill
Trump
Clinton
has
paid
34 counts of election interference. Fraud,
yes,
felony?
yes, that's how they made it a felony. It's not a felony otherwise. Erica might help out on that.
I'm sorry, what did he say? Say it
I
again?
said that
Are you talking about
I said
paying
the
her off?
felonies came in with Stormy Daniels because they said it was to interfere with the election. That's what turned a misdemeanor into a felony.
Yeah, the jury, yeah, they were looking at the intent of it. That's what they were doing. They were looking at the intent, and they said that his intent was to sway the 2016 election. And so that's why he was found guilty of a felony. And this has been done before.
Yeah.
That was done on the basis of, hold on.
Yeah. So for example, when Bill Clinton paid $850,000 and lots of other money, naturally it's to further, they don't want it to hurt their chances of winning. So
but if
anyone that paid
someone
hush money and
paid,
it's been in office.
the point is, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Tony, but like
okay.
hush money wasn't the crime. That wasn't
That's
the crime. The part that the crime that he committed in this instance was that he lied about the purpose of the money. He said that it was for a attorney retainer. And it was, and also I think it was one more other thing that he actually said it was
just marked
for.
it legal expenses.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, my point is,
but
Erica,
that was a lie.
My point is, Erica, is what made it a felony is the election interference component.
It's the interference in the, okay, hold on. We need to be very clear when we're talking about interference, because specifically the interference that you're talking about would just be, I guess, to influence perception. And how something of that nature could have impacted votes, not direct interference into election, which doesn't challenge anything that I said. That's why
they call it election
thrown off of what you were saying.
Yeah, you're right. It's just that would be so it doesn't look bad.
That would be different from like the fake elector scheme from 2020. That was like direct election interference. You kept saying interference. I'm like, what the fuck? I understood the reason why they were falsified and how they went under the business record.
I can see how it's confusing to call it election interference, but
Jesus Christ.
You know, that's how they did it.
That didn't negate anything I said, though.
But anyway,
the point that I was making is that I could say fucking all of that.
I do support what he's doing there.
Yeah, I know. I don't give a shit about your support for him anymore. I give a shit about the fact that you try to insult my intelligence based off of cuss words.
I just don't like them.
Yeah, I know you don't like them. You not liking something doesn't negate intelligence. Fun fact.
You're a smart guy, but you don't need to use that. I don't know why you do.
Wow. It's almost as if all those fucks and shits and damns
Eric is intelligent. You're intelligent.
and asses and hells didn't negate the fact that you just called me intelligent. It's almost as if those words are
I mean, I hold a
relevant
doctorate.
to
I'm
the fact that
intelligent.
I
You're
am an intelligent
Eric's
individual.
intelligent.
So your entire basis of how, to some degree, what I said, or the words that I say, the cuss words that I say, can negate intelligence was fucking wrong. Which then makes you a fucking idiot for saying it. Get your fucking idiot self off my fucking panel. I think it's about that time for me to call it, because now I'm just irritated. Deb, did you vote for Trump? Deb, did you vote for Trump? I don't think Deb meant to request that. I need a moment to reset, guys. I need a moment to reset. Give me a moment to reset, y'all. I'm a little too hot. I'm a little too hot because people just keep saying really stupid things.
I'm going to say some thank yous while Hector resets, and then I have to do the thing that I'm always late for. Goodness grief.
Oh, good. I'll read it.
All right. Appreciate you, friend. Okay. Shout out. Hey, Shauna. Shout out to the the best head mod since I'm second. All right. So shout out to number 1. Thank you for the $20. I appreciate you, friend. All right. Maybe I should take a nap instead, Hector. And Emily, thank you for the 10. Emily said 2 things. Emily said, here's 5 of the money that B word won't pay up. Love you, Queen. Love you more, Emily. Thank you very, very much. And also, Emily sent 5 and said, is there a place we can dump all those stupid white mediocre men? They are all fucking terrible. I don't even call them mediocre. I say substandard. So shout out to you, Emily. And no, I haven't found a place. Maybe an island somewhere. And Alonzo, thank you for God damn it. I read this earlier and I saw your name. I'm so sorry. But thank you so very much for the 10. They said showing support and love, everything you do. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you. I think I'm having a Vyvanse crash, which is pretty awkward. But I need to perk up because, that sounds so weird this day and age saying perk up, doesn't it? I literally just need, I need to get some energy, not that kind. Good grief. It just sounds so weird saying that in 2026 now.
Wait a minute.
Ew. I'm a grown ass woman. I don't do that stuff. Come on.
Man.
But I am gonna go get ready for the thing. No, I do not. I don't do anything. All right. Sometimes I have a little bit of Tio Julio, and that's about it. Other than that, no. But thank you all so very much for the love and the kindness. Y'all are freaking awesome. And let's hope that Hector that his ashwagandha finally kicks in. Oh, thank you. Let me make sure. I saw you put a name, so I'm gonna make sure I don't say it. Thank you, Tennis Guy, for the 10. Thanks for doing all the good things. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you all very, very much. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Wait.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Rough estimate, as rough as you possibly can, on how long I gotta be live to raid you before I raid you. How long?
Give yourself 16 more minutes.
20 minutes. Okay.
Okay, you fair enough.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you, Erica, for coming up. Thank you guys for taking care of her, getting your coins up. Appreciate every last one of you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize for you fuckers getting backed into a corner and then falling back on stupid shit such as cussing because you're so that's why I got irritated. First off, I get a lot of criticism of how much I cuss. I wish you cuss a little bit more. It's kind of hard when you use the words back to back to back. I perfectly understand that. And I do typically try to watch it. I really do. I actually do. Until I get hot. Then I don't care. But then now you trying to take a step further and say that cussing is a indicator of a lack of intelligence. That's really where I got ticked. Because you're hyper focusing on the cuss word, right? I think you should cuss some more. W. Kimchi. You're hyper focusing on the cuss word versus everything else that's being said. I'm sorry if you have a poor ability to keep up with the conversation because a cuss word throws you off versus every other way that you're getting cooked. That's a you problem. I don't know what to tell you. Yes, I know it's scientifically false. I know that. That is very true. Very true. Cuss words is just seasonings to your sentences. Cuss words is just adding a little seasoning to your sentences. Okay? I like to season my sentences. Looks like people have been trying to call this whole time. Oh shit. I don't know what happened to the phone line. Let me refresh it. I did not realize the phone line was acting up. Phone line should be back. My fault. I haven't looked at the phone line in a bit. I didn't deactivate it. It just glitched for a second. The phone line should be open now. Those of you can call in. Trump supporters, request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on the screen, 737-295-5321. I see a few people trying to befriend me on Venmo. Whenever you get the option to send a donation, it's going to say you have to be friends with them or get the last four of their number to donate. There's a button under it that says pay without confirming. It's still me. It's just going to bypass that. I don't befriend people on Venmo because Venmo, when you're friends, shows people your transactions. It's weird. Like there's a few times I've had to go tell the people who've donated to me to turn that shit off, like their privacy settings, because I will go through and then I'll get notifications, like a tab full of people's personal donations that they're sending to other folks. It's weird. So don't do that. Don't befriend people on Venmo. Just pay without confirming. Bypass the person. If it's Hector Talks with 2 R's, it's me. You'll see my profile picture. Better yet, you can befriend people and you can still turn off whether it shows your transactions to other folks. But seriously, those of you who have Venmo and you did not know this, check your Venmo privacy settings. Make sure that it's set to private, because if you're friends with people, it's showing your transactions to them in their feed. It's weird. It's very weird. Yeah, I learned that the other day. It was very strange. I always said private. Exactly. W Claudia. Guys, if you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday after 3 p.m. CST and randomly throughout the week. Do a couple things while you're here. We're not going to worry so much about the shares because we're just holding out until Erica goes live. Unless we get some interesting conversations for the next few minutes. We're holding out until Erica's go live, and then we're going to go send her a nice, healthy raid, and she's going to carry on the baton. So yeah, hit that follow button. After hitting that follow button, consider becoming a fan club member by sending one heart me. It's one a week, and you get a couple cool stickers when you do. Let's knock out the little journeys. There's 40 more of those to go. Let's knock out the journeys. Ooh, my back. I'm old. Knock out the journeys and the gift goal there. And check out the links in the bio, of course, for the best ways to support the platform. Whether it's following me on all the other social media platforms, which is only YouTube that we're showing to right now, and Instagram, where I post the videos I put up here. Joining the Discord community, to which we're over 700 members strong. Getting yourself some merchandise off the merch shop. The samples for the new line of merch are coming in, so you'll be seeing me wearing them in the next week or two. The samples are coming in. You guys are going to get to see it. And then, but you can get it right now with the discount code WeAllWin for 10% off your entire order. And then finally, links in the bio if you want to donate directly. Say hi to my cute face, support the stream that we're doing, contribute to the Ashwagandha Fund. Because the Ashwagandha is working overtime today. You may do so with the links in the bio. Those of you over on the tube side, make sure you hit the like button on the stream. If you like what you're hearing, hit the subscription bell, turn on notification bells. And if you want to support financially, you may do so through the super chat or super sticker option, or the link in the description of this video will also take you to the link tree. Hector needs an F word emote. At this point, yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add an F word emote. But yeah. What a world that we live in, where someone can say 2 + 2 is fucking 4, and then someone goes, oh my god, he cussed, versus the goddamn math. Make it make sense. My mom cusses like a sailor. You know what's funny? I used to not cuss as much. I grew up super Christian, so like cussing was a no-go. And now I'm just like meh. Anyway, Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. I can see here on the phone line that we have more people than we had when I got all these other calls, so I know you're still here. You can call in. Those of you on the YouTube side, you can call in. I thought that one Democrat said 2 + 2 = 5. Who? Upgrade. Multilingual cuss words. Man, when I get this Spanish down packed, bro. I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna be alternating, bro. I'm gonna say one this way. I'm gonna say one this way. I'm gonna be alternating. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. It is very. I really want to become bilingual. I want to learn several different languages. I just have to make more time to actually study them. Bilingual is a fantastic tool, just in terms of just being able to travel to certain places and knowing the language is super helpful. It literally gets you an automatic bump up in pay. Those of you in the workforce, yeah, being bilingual is dope. So I want to learn Spanish next. It's helpful in Texas, obviously. Texas is, I want to say Texas is predominantly Hispanic now. As of 2020, hold on. I want to say Texas is predominantly Hispanic. Let me see. I believe it is. Let me double check that. Yes, as of 2022. Non-Hispanic whites is like right there. But yes, largest share of the population as of 2022. So yeah, super helpful to know Spanish here. Duolingo to the rescue. I've heard mixed reviews on Duolingo. I'm a polyglot. Languages are the coolest. W, Nick. Bad words are the first words non-Spanish speakers learn. Really? Is that true? Is that a true statement? Also, thank you guys so much for hitting 400,000 likes. W's to you. W's to you. Continue to tap the screen. If we get 500,000 likes, if we get 500,000 likes before Erica goes live, somebody's getting a hat. If we get 500,000 likes before Erica goes live, somebody's getting a combo with never hat. It will be at random. Only if we do it. Only if we do it. This dog is a cat. 3K of those was me. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. I always appreciate the tappers because sometimes y'all be playing me, but you're doing a decent job today. You are doing a decent job today. Also, Blue said if the it was going to sunset argument is so stupid. So instead of waiting 10 years and negotiating an extension, destroy the deal 3 years in and have nothing. Mind you, one of my biggest criticisms of that argument that it was going to sunset is, or Trump had every right to pull us out the deal because you believe it was bad. We don't get back the money. The money we sent them on a plane, gone. The other portion of it, gone. You can only put back on the sanctions, which the Trump administration did, but the money we sent them, one of the biggest points of criticism of the deal, is already gone. So you would have then pulled us out the deal for nothing. And that's what the Trump administration did. For no reason whatsoever. And they almost immediately started enriching their uranium again. And now here we are, facing this threat. We had up until at least, if I'm not mistaken, 2016, 2023, and the JCPOA was multifaceted. So there was the decade sunset, and after the 10 years of that first portion, and then there was another provision that would have went up to 15. So there were other provisions that would have still helped keep us safe. Those did not sunset at the end. So it just doesn't make any sense. It's a very strange argument that these people keep making. Extremely strange. What happened? Back to going. It's tapping. Okay, got you. Also, guys, make sure you're following the backup here. Follow the backup. Follow the backup. This account we'll be using for whenever we catch a ban on the main. So make sure that you are following that account. Hector Talks Reloaded. Hector Talks Reloaded. Okay, Sam's going to start TCAP. What? Thank you for the 20 jewels. I appreciate you. AOC. AUIC. I said that so wrong. I just immediately went to AOC. My fault. My fault. Do you guys think it's better? Let me ask the YouTube chat this. So I moved the chat down because we currently, we had it before. It was covering the thing. Do you guys think the chat is better at the bottom there? Those of you on the YouTube, I have the TikTok chat on the screen and I moved it to the bottom from the top. I think it's better suited there in the bottom left corner. You guys can confirm in the chat if you like it better that way. Maybe I need to make it bigger. Actually, I think I will make it bigger. Let me see. And you guys tell me if you prefer it that way. Make it easier for you to read. Let me know, YouTube, if you prefer the chat at the bottom being at that size. Shouldn't interfere with anything else on the screen. Already following all of your accounts. WCU Emerald. WCU. Thank you, Eleanor, for popping in. I support Trump and friends having a seat. Oh, Chris Hansen.
God bless you.
Thank you, Swans, Chips, and thank you, Emerald, for knocking out that goal. I appreciate you. Big W to you guys. Big W to you guys. Not y'all trying to get a hat. Look at the likes being at 436K. Let me tell Erica to hurry on up. Let me tell Erica to hurry on up and go live, bro. Let me tell her to. We taking our shirts off? What, Ruth? What am I missing? Shirt off messes with the YouTube chat to my eyes? Huh? What are y'all talking about over there? I don't know what YouTube is talking about. I don't know what y'all are on, bro. I wish y'all the best. I wish y'all the best. I don't know, Tiara. I don't know. I just work here. Our Democratic office was offered an early Cinco de Mayo because they like what we're doing. Nice. Nice. I need another hat too, Shauna. One, I'm going to get the red one. I find it crazy that Eric and Santana got red ones and I didn't. I have the one black one, and then I sold the other colors. So it's wild. Trump has an integrity issue? That part. That part. I don't know if we're going to get any other Trump supporters, y'all. I think I ran them off with my cuss words. Guys, there's a lot of different things I care about. There's a lot of different things I care about. I want to tell you all the things that I put above cuss words. These are all the things that I put above cuss words. You guys tell me if this makes sense to you. Donald Trump. Actually, let me start here. Donald Trump. This is the cuss words. Okay, these are cussing. This is cussing, and this is everything else. Donald Trump gutting the Department of Education. Okay. Donald Trump passing the biggest tax cuts for the richest in 1% since Reagan. Donald Trump gutting the ACA with no affordable alternative. That's the contention. We can agree that the ACA got to go in terms of we can do better than it. Universal health care for the win. But gutting the ACA with no plan, quite literally saying on the debate stage, I have concepts of a plan, is crazy. All right. Donald Trump being held civilly liable for the sexual assault of a woman and 77 million people not giving a shit about that. Donald Trump running off of ridiculous tariffs to where even the Supreme Court, 6 of them conservative leaning, said, no, this is unconstitutional. And then the money that we paid for those tariffs on the average goods doesn't get returned to us. But corporations have a portal now that they can apply to get up to $160 billion back. Yep. Donald Trump weaponizing ICE on American civilians and undocumented migrants alike, who under the Constitution are also warranted due process. Right? Donald Trump being a convicted felon. I could keep going. So yes, excuse me if my cussing is distasteful to you. Oh, this person's loading up. Teacher, how you doing?
You smiling, man. That's a good sign.
I'm smirking, sure.
How you doing, Hector?
I'm alive, man. How are you?
So where my granddaughter?
Erica left a couple minutes ago to go live.
And y'all wouldn't let me up.
I didn't see you in the request. Were you in the request?
Yeah, I came through, man. You know, I like to talk to y'all, but I don't like to get too deep because y'all too heavy for me. But anyway, I just said hi, man. I'll try to find Erica.
God bless you.
She'll be live in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Hector. God bless you, brother. Keep doing your thing.
Bless you, man. Thank you.
Okay.
Teacher is funny. Thank you so much, Kimchi, for the buddy gun. I appreciate you. Teacher is funny, man. Teacher is funny. Teacher is funny. Teacher said, I don't like to get too deep with y'all. Y'all know too much. I don't like to get too deep with y'all. You know what? I respect your honesty, teacher. I respect your honesty. No, Rosella. Gross. And that's not an insult to Erica. That's just gross. What am I looking for? Oh, wait. I did that already. I need to go do that. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Almost there with the taps. Almost there with the taps. Erica, go live. Hurry up. Hurry up. I didn't think all of this through. I will do it at random. So did I just pick somebody from the chat or what? Like, how else would I do this? I didn't think all of this through. Somebody gonna get one. But I didn't think all of this through. You're so lazy. I just got here. Sir, I have been live for 3 hours and 8 minutes. I was going to go longer until A, Erica said she was going to go live, so we'll raid her. And B, literally no one else is calling and requesting up. So there's that. There's that. There's that. Hold on. Oh, I know why. That's some bullshit. Wait a second. Anyways, nothing to argue about. I know Trump supporters have nothing to argue about. That's not surprising. That's not surprising. Or better yet, nothing substantial to argue about. Erica, why are you back? Why are you back?
I believe in y'all. Y'all can do it. Y'all only have 9,000 likes to go.
See, no, y'all cheating. Y'all cheating.
That's not cheating.
Y'all cheating.
My YouTube isn't scheduled to go live until 3:05.
3:05?
Yep. So they're not cheating.
In 3 minutes?
And I just sat down.
So you supposed to be doing some other things and you over here trying to egg people on?
I'm just saying I believe in them. Bye. You can do it.
Somebody just confirmed with me that they're using a thing too. A thingamajiggy. A tapper. Y'all cheating, really. Y'all really cheating, but it's fine. Hey, Hector, put out some fucking roach food and they'll come. Okay, let me put out some roach food. For the Trump supporters. The Keystone Pipeline affected gas prices. Donald Trump only got felony charges because of a kangaroo court. We don't pay for the tariffs. Donald Trump is the best president for black people. What else? Donald Trump said he wanted to give extra National Guardsmen January 6th, and Nancy Pelosi said no. Nancy Pelosi took full responsibility. Donald Trump is a man of God who was chosen to save this country.
God bless you.
What else? Donald Trump wants to protect women, whether they like it or not. Direct quote. What else? HBCU funding. The most HBCU funding. There's another one. Jesse Jackson. I haven't heard the Jesse Jackson argument in a while. Jesse Jackson, Mike Tyson, Jennifer Hudson. I haven't heard that one in some time. I actually haven't heard those in some time. Oh, yeah. The best one. Donald Trump ain't racist. He dated a black woman. Yeah, that one. Joe Biden's son. Hunter laptop. Yep, Hunter laptop. Hunter laptop has evidence that the 2020 festival was stolen, and y'all don't want to read it. Yeah, that one. The Russian collusion hoax was fake. DEI is anti-white. Yeah, all that shit. Hillary's emails. Hillary's emails. Donald Trump loves the LGBTQ community. Oh yes, speaking of, I have that. We didn't go over this yesterday. I meant to. This was the post that one guest was referencing. I meant to go over this with you guys. And W's for 500,000 likes, get 600K. Otherwise, you get no hat. That's the new rule. The Save America Act. Number 1, all voters must show voter ID identification. Friendly reminder that voters are already identified in the process. Number 2, all voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote. That would be confirmed in the verification process already. Number 3, no mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. This one specifically is so stupid, it's not even funny. Now, when we had events such as the pandemic, where millions of people were restricted to their homes or their regions, and it was just easier to go by mail-in ballot. We had the most recorded mail-in ballots. And this is where this allegation comes from, that the election was fraudulent and stolen via those metrics, okay? Despite the pandemic. The pandemic is completely ignored. The pandemic, or some people say plandemic, that Donald Trump literally, while challenged, initiated Operation Warp Speed to get people vaccinated, right? Crazy. Anyway, why is it that we're now forcing people to go to the polls when we are closing down polling centers? Now, if you were to tell me, while we reduce or stop mail-in ballots unless you meet those qualifications, illness, disability, military, or travel, right? If you were to say we're going to do
God
that,
bless you.
Thank you so much, Brittany, for single-handedly clearing out the journey passes. Big W's to you. Since we're on our way out, I think I'm just going to do a big GIF and leave it there. I'm just going to do a big GIF, and that's going to be the final gift of the night. You guys can send this GIF only if you like me. If you don't like me, it's cool. If you don't like me, it's cool. But if you like me, you can send it once I decide what it is. Which one of these have I never seen before? Guys, they added a couple of... Oh, shit. They added a couple new things in here. They added a couple of new things in here. I think... I've never seen this one. Actually, I like this one. I have seen this one before. This is one of my favorites. We'll set that one. Anyway, if you were to take away people's ability to not use mail-in ballots and then couple it with, we're going to open up more polling centers, we're going to have more places to ensure that you can vote to make it easier, then no, you can't, Shauna. Then maybe we can have some kind of concession, right? Maybe it's like, okay, if you're going to couple it with making it easier for people to get to the polls, to where it's like, it took you 15 minutes before because this polling center was closed, now it'll take you 5. Then it could be a lot less criticized. But they're reducing the amount of locations you can go and vote. We saw that recently here in Texas with the primaries, the Democratic primaries with Jasmine Crockett and James Tallarico. You guys remember when Ken Paxton and the Republicans pulled that last minute shit where they reduced the centers in Dallas and what was the other county? I forgot what the name of the other county was. To 2. To there's only 2 places you had to go to vote. And then there was lines out there until fucking 11 o'clock at night. You guys remember that? How do out-of-state college students vote? Harris, yes. I believe it was Harris and Tarrant. Let me double check this. I believe it was Harris and Tarrant. Primaries, Texas, Harris, Tarrant, voting. We're trying to find the specific story. Yeah, that is Harris correct. I'm trying
God
to find
bless you.
Paxton. Oh, thank you so much, Kimchi. W's to you, Kimchi. Thank you so much for the Fox Legend. I love that shit. It screams Naruto. If you know, you know. If you don't, whatever. It screams Naruto. W's to you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see. Texas primaries. I'm trying to find a specific county in the story. Can Paxton vote? No, this is March. State. One thing I fucking hate about Google, it's kind of terrible at being more specific with some of these keywords. Because I literally put March and it's still showing me recent stuff. I'm trying to see the article from what took place on that day. Yeah, polls closed today in the Texas primaries. This is what I'm looking for here. Pitching themselves, Territorial County. Let's see, March, Texas primaries, polling center close. Let's see. News. Got it. Oh my fuck. I hate Google. We'll finish this post in a second. These are the games that Republicans play as they proceed to run off of election integrity. Why is this so big? I did not do that. All right. Oh, this is terrible. Veronica Anderson walked 2.5 miles Tuesday afternoon. This would have been the voting day here. To the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center because she wanted to vote. When she arrived, election workers told her she was at the wrong polling place and would need to cast her ballot at a different precinct, one she said she had never heard of. Unsure where it was or how to get there, she stood outside trying to sort out her options. I walked up there because I want to vote so bad, she told a reporter for the Dallas Free Press and Vote Beat, adding that it felt like your self-esteem and everything is torn down. Anderson was one of hundreds of voters across Dallas County on Tuesday who went to the wrong voting location as they tried to cast ballots in the state's high turnout primaries, with closely watched contests for U.S. Senate at the top of the ticket. Under state law, political parties have wide authority to decide how to run county primaries. The confusion stemmed from a decision by the Dallas County Republican Party to abandon the use of county-wide vote centers, which allow voters to cast a ballot at any location, and return to a system of precinct-based assigned polling places for Election Day, a decision that forced Dallas Democrats to do the same. Voters were still able to cast ballots at county-wide sites during early voting. So this is what they did on the day of. Dallas County Democrats had objected to the decision and warned it would confuse voters. After reports of hundreds of confused voters being redirected after going to the wrong polling place Tuesday, Democrats obtained a court order extending voting hours for Democrats in Dallas County until 9 p.m., with ballots cast after 7 p.m. counted provisionally. The Texas Supreme Court later stayed the order and said ballots cast by voters who weren't in line by 7 p.m. should be separated pending a final ruling. For their part, Republicans did not request an extension of voting hours. Dallas County has used county-wide vote centers since 2019. Local Republican leaders in Dallas and in other counties making similar changes, including Williamson, said the shift would boost voter confidence. County and party officials said they had warned voters ahead of time that Election Day rules would be different. That's a lie. The Dallas County Elections Department sent text messages, mail notices, and ran social media and streaming ads urging voters to cast ballots early and reminding them they would need to vote at their assigned precinct if they waited until Election Day, according to Nicholas Solorzano, a spokesperson for the Dallas County Elections Department. Yeah. I can tell you, thank you guys for the follows. I can tell you, as a person in that region, no text, no call, no email, nothing in the mail. None of it. Erica's live. I still want to hit 600K now. Can we push one last push to 600K, 400 of you in here? Then we'll go raid her. We're right there. We're right there. We're right there. We're right there. And then once we hit 600K, that's what we'll do. We'll hit 600K and I'll announce who wins. Hit 600K and I'll announce who wins. And let me go ahead and load this up. I will go ahead and end the tube side. I'll send you guys over there right now. Mine as well. Let me set this up. I feel like I never get to rate Erica on YouTube when she's live. Or in general. It's been a while. Our schedules have been so weird. And let me load this. Direct. Okay, bam. All right, YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. It is set to redirect straight to Erica's live. So as soon as I end this live, you will be taken straight there. You don't have to do anything else. I don't think I missed any super chats. But thank you to everyone who sent the jewels. I cannot name all of you specifically, but appreciate you guys' love and support. Whether through your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscriptions, your super chats, your super stickers. Of course, the link in the description of this live is for the other ways you want to support the platform, join the community, or get some merch. I believe I have my shop connected. Yes, I do. I have my shop connected directly to YouTube, so you can literally go to my profile. You can see some of the merch that we have and get it directly from there. If you want to buy merch, please make sure that you use the discount code WeAllWin, and you get 10% off your entire order. I just put that down in the chat. With that being said, I will see y'all over there, at least for a little bit with Erica's live. Good day, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow for the next stream.